Sorry for the delay. Sorry for the delay. Sorry for the delay, guys. Had to take care of a few things. Um, Fair use. This is what happened. Um, let's get this thing playing a little bit.
Government services comes right out of Border Patrol. Take a look at that. So that arrow is the lowest amount of illegal immigration ever in recorded history into our country. And then the worst president in the history of our country took over.
Fair use. Fair use. But I guess this is where the shots happened. Let me see. Man, I don't know. I don't know what to think about this though. Honestly, I don't really know what to think about this. I don't know what to think about this. I don't know if this is staged. I don't know if this is not staged. I don't know. Oh, they said Donald Trump broke his silence. Okay, let's go on the Daily Mail real quick. Like me personally, I think they're trying to jump something off because I don't like how this happened. Let me see. Share this tab. Trump speaks out from hospital after being shot during campaign rally, saying he felt the bullet ripping through the skin because he did get shot in the ear. Can I please exit out of this and read this article? Okay. Oh man. I gotta get an ad canceling thing on my Chrome like I used to do on my other laptop. Let's see something. Say the former president. Let me exit out of this. The former president said he immediately felt the bullet ripping through my skin. In a statement from the hospital just hours after the terrifying scene unfolded, the 77-year-old was dragged off stage by Secret Service with blood covering his face and then pumped his they met fists, guys. They met fists. His face and shouted fight, fight, fight after gunfire rang out in front of thousands of MAGA fans. The gunman and a member of the crowd were killed, and two others were taken to hospital in a critical condition after the shooting at 6:15 p.m. on Saturday night. The suspect fired at least 8 shots from outside the security perimeter of the rally after witnesses said they say a man with a rifle bear crawling on a roof. Yeah, so I saw the video of the guy with the neck beard, and they were saying like we saw this guy already, and they were pointing at him and saying, "Yo, he's about to do something," and the Secret Service didn't want to step in apparently at the time. So yeah, this is what we have so far, you know. Oh man, shout out to V. Shout out to V, man. But yeah, man, Orange Man almost, you know, apparently he really got shot, you know. Um initially I thought it was staged, but I really started thinking like I'm like why would he have to do that? You know what I mean? I'm literally thinking like, why would he have to stage that? You know? And then I'm thinking about, oh, because then I saw somebody say, oh, they're trying to jump off something. So, man, this summer I am going to be keeping my black ass home for the majority of the rest of the summer because I believe they're trying to jump some Civil War ish off and trying to push that because it's pretty clear. Like, say if they actually did a legit vote, like a legit vote, not like in 2020, if they did a legit vote, Donald Trump would win in landslide. I mean, sorry, Orange Man would win in a landslide, like easily, like in a landslide. So now the only way to avoid an election, something like this, is to jump something off like this. So that is my opinion. Maybe it was a botched job, probably. Maybe it was a warning shot, probably. You know, they've thrown a lot of things at Orange Man that hasn't made sense. A lot of fake trials, a lot of fake accusations, a lot of fake allegations. You know, I think they're trying to jump off Civil War. That's my opinion amongst the normies. They're trying to really put it so where because if a civil war breaks out, a quote unquote civil war, or if it gets declared, that's another thing that they could use so they don't have to get so Sleepy Joe doesn't get out of office. That's what I think is happening, you know. But it could be a botch job. Shout out to D-Man 50, man. Shout out to you, man. But let me put the pin. Let me pin my comment because like I said, politics isn't my strong suit because a lot of the times I think it's a waste of time, particularly when you're talking about, presidential, when you're talking about the, you got the judicial, you got the legislation, you got the executive branch. Well, so when it comes to like the executive level, I'm very ignorant on that end. So hold on, I'm gonna mute my mic real quick. Here we go. Here we go, guys. All right. Yeah, so South Holland says, I'm going to say it was a setup. Hegelian dialectic, create the problem. I haven't seen that term since I was in high school. Holy crap. Create the problem, make a reaction, and then offer a solution. If they had feds at Jan 6 and Black Lesbians Matters protests, they had a hand in this. It also, what this kind of reminds me of? Have you guys watched how do I put this? There are certain versions of X-Men where they'll show how Magneto and the senator Jim Kelly, whoever the senator is in X-Men, and X-Men is anti-mutant, and sorry, Jim Kelly is anti-mutant, and Magneto is like pro-mutant. And even though they're supposed to be the biggest enemies, they're actually working together to jump off a war because Magneto believes in a holy war. And so the enemies end up working together so they can jump off a quote unquote civil war, but they don't realize the big implications of doing something like this. So this is what I believe. This is all similar to me in my opinion. But let me hold on, man. I haven't heard that term since high school. The Hegelian dialectic. I haven't seen that term since high school. I haven't seen that. Hold on for a second. Man, the philosophy. Interesting. Noun, philosophy, an interpretive method in which the contradiction between a proposition, the thesis, and its antithesis is resolved at a higher level of truth. What is the Hegelian dialectic example? One example Hegel also uses is the thesis slash antithesis of individuality slash identity and difference. For there to be individuality or identity, these terms must be defined in terms of difference. For us, there is a them. The synthesis of these is, in Hegel's words, a ground. Interesting. Like I said, there's always going to be like I always like when we talk about scapegoats, when I always talk about scapegoats, when we talk about, there's always going to be a them versus us type thing. There's always going to be some kind of conflict, always something that we need to fix, to take care of. It's always something. It never ends. It's a never ending cycle. And it's a never ending cycle because many people profit off of conflict, you know. That's sad. That's sad. I wish I could find the video though of the guy they found like they interviewed one of the guys where they say they were pointing at they saw the dude already. Now, I will say this, those dudes that if they're telling the truth, they're stupid for saying they saw the whole thing. If I was there and they asked me, "Yo, did you see what really happened?" I'll be like, "Man, I didn't see nothing, man. I'm just shocked." I'd have played dumb because you don't want like them Secret Service people coming to your family's door, like, "Oh, so tell me exactly what you saw again." "Oh yeah, I saw." Pew, 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 pew. They got their little silencers on. Pew, 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 pew. These people don't play. But like, yeah, there was like these guys. They were trying to explain. Man, I saw the whole thing. I saw what really happened. They're not supposed to say that. If that was me, I'd have played dumb. Be like, man, I was just shocked as that like everybody else, man. I don't even know what happened. Those dudes, yo. So this is why I'm going to lean towards this wasn't staged, in my opinion. Or like if it is staged, it isn't staged as you think, meaning the shooting was real, but it was a setup. It's a massive setup, meaning there is an outcome that they want. The powers that be that wants Orange Man out of the way, and they need something to trigger something else. So I don't think the powers that be, I don't think they just want to just get rid of Orange Man because it would be too obvious. I think the smartest way for the powers that be is to do it how they did it, where they send a warning shot, nothing to harm Orange Man, but something to sit him down for a little bit, and then let the summer do its thing. Let civil war break out or whatever, or let the tensions rise amongst the normies and let them pick sides over this dumb ish, right? And then they get to use that as an excuse so they can, oh, we can't really have an election this year. That's what they're gonna try to do, in my opinion. So not like stage, meaning so when I say stage, that doesn't mean I'm not saying that Trump staged it. I mean the left stage or the people, the powers that be are staging it to where they want it to be a certain way, where it was part of the plan for Orange Man to get hurt. Not necessarily deleted, but hurt. So it could cause a reaction, you know, because yeah. So that picture that I had in the caption, let me see if I can bring up that picture one more time. That picture is already like going viral. Yeah, this picture right here that I got in my caption is already going viral. Open image in new tab. Yeah, this picture right here, him pumping his fist, they're already they're already having t-shirts. They're already putting this shirt. They're already gonna make t-shirts of this. They're gonna make so much money off that. So yeah, man, that's crazy. Oh yeah, guys, like I said, there's not gonna be no warm up into this story. We're just gonna talk about this. We're gonna talk about the election. If anybody wants to go on I got the StreamYard link. Let me pin it. Let me pin the StreamYard link real quick. Let me pin it. Let me pin it just in case, because like I said, politics is not my strong suit. So if anybody has any theories, anybody wants to explain what's really going on, feel free. Let me just pin my link. Pause. Ring my bell. Nah. So we pinning it. Truth Hunter with a comment. He says, it wouldn't surprise me if the Democrats staged it as a way to trigger emergency power gain to stay in power. Yeah, that's basically, yeah, that's where I'm coming from. That's my theory as well. I believe they're the not necessarily the right stage. Just no, because the right has nothing to gain by staging, by pulling a Jussie Smollett. That would literally that's why I was like, stage, nah, not by the right, not by Orange Man, because that would be them pulling a Jussie Smollett. That's not, they're not even trying to do that. They already got this election in the bag, quote unquote, right? In terms of the numbers. If we're to say it's staged, meaning the left staged this so they can trigger a reaction from the normies to see what, just to see what they can use from the reaction side. They want to see, when people were saying that during the 2020, people were trying to say, oh man, this is the mark of the beast if you get the shot and all that stuff. No, that I believe 2020 was an experiment. 2020 was just an experiment to see how far could we really take this with the normies. How far could we actually go where we can actually make these normies um really stand 6 feet apart and wear these things on their face and say that, oh, you can't be I'm gonna get sick and I have to wear this thing, and then we got to take this fake test to see if we can even go inside buildings. They were trying to see how far they can take. That was 2020 was an experiment. So I believe this is also an experiment to see what they could do in terms of they're trying to see how they can profit off this, how they can use a situation like this to see if they can keep power. Meaning, because like if something like, say, a quote unquote civil war breaks out or whatever, something happens where they can say, oh, we can't have the election this year, it's too dangerous, that's what I believe that they're trying to do. Because I don't think like just trying to take out Trump out, right, even though they've been using every tactic in the book to take out Orange Man, it hasn't worked. So maybe this is a last ditch attempt that went left. No pun intended, but this was probably a botched attempt. That is very possible as well. That's one of the theories that I could subscribe to. That it was a botched hit job, But yeah, shout out to Truth Hunter. That's that. I'll let me see if I can star this. Can save this comment. But yeah, that's my theory as well. Where when we say it's staged, that doesn't mean the right staged it. We believe the left staged this. That's that I can get behind. That I can get behind. That theory, that's my main theory as well. Let me see if I can find that video of the witness. Trump shooting witness, the guy with the neck beard. Okay, so we got witnesses via the CNN platform. We got let's see if we can find some witnesses. Oh man, I can't find that video with the guy with the red hat and the neck beard. That's the guy that I'm looking for, but I can't find him. So let's use this guy. Okay, so we'll use this guy for a minute. Trump shooting witness says he saw the shooter. I gotta find the actual guy. Nah, they're using. I don't want to use it because I can tell they're just using him as a say. What happened to the other with the? You guys know what I'm talking about. There's a video that I just saw. I can't find it. Is a guy with a red hat and a neck beard, and he was saying that, yo, we saw this guy like 5 minutes before the shooting even happened. Like they said they saw this guy bear crawl to where he needed to be so he can go inside. Like they said, and then they were trying to point to him. That's what I'm trying to find. Let me see. Truth Hunter also says how far and to mentally damage the youth through emotional separation. That is true. So Truth Hunter is speaking on the 2020 pandemic, right? He's saying that was just to show how far and to mentally damage the youth through emotional separation, what the COVID shots were planned for. But I'll say, man, 2020 taught me a lot about people. I was like, wow, y'all really falling for this? I was like, yeah, 2020 was, yeah, 2020. Yeah, shout out to D man. He said 2020 was an IQ exam. Facts. Like me, I'm not like, trust me, I'm not like the brightest individual when it comes to school and all this stuff. I trust me. But I was surprised. Like, I'm talking about people that I respected. I was like, y'all really falling for this? This is crazy. Now, I will say this. This is where I found out who the true hustlers are during that time, because I remember when they were saying, "Oh, if you don't have this pass, if you don't have this card, this ID card, you can't go to this club or you can't go to this bar, and you got to get a shot, and then you got to get it signed off out of." I was like, "What? Get the hell out of here!" And then via Instagram, there were some smart men and women in the comment section. Like, it was a small section of smart men and women that were like, "What? Fuck that." They were like, "Yo, just pay somebody at CVS." They said pay one of them dudes off for $300, $400, $500 and get one of those cards for, but basically they were basically saying buy them off. Just take $300 or $400 of your savings, take that money, pay off them CVS workers to just, yeah, give me one of them cards and just tell them I got this shit. Do you know there were people I know they was hustling them little passes? And I'm not gonna put them on blast. I'm not gonna say whether or not I did that or not. Because the true hustlers during that time, they was on that time. They was just like, oh, just give me the pass, and then they just because, dude, I'm gonna tell you this. At these so-called clubs where they were quote unquote checking the passes, they weren't really checking the passes. A lot of people were rocking bogus pack passes. I'm not gonna say whether or not that was me, if I was part of that. Wink, wink, nod, nod. I'm not gonna say, but I'm gonna tell you this: a lot of people was rocking them fake passes. Those that's a true, the true hustlers wasn't even saying whether or not they agreed or not. They were just, so when you, like I said, there were some street ninjas that hooked me up big time during that time. They did some things for me during that time. Anyways, that's another story. Shout out to South Holland. He said, "I don't know, CM. Some of these witness could be can be planted." That's what I'm saying. They got this one dude that they're showing right here. So they've been showing this guy basically everywhere.
As we just learned, Joseph, you weren't.
Like, he could, this guy is probably a plant, because they've been showing him as like the key witness on NBC, CNN, and blah blah blah. So you got to be careful of that, because remember, we do have, first of all, I got to watch my words on the show, but there is such thing as crisis actors. We got crisis actors. We got these people, like, they literally have ads for these people on Craigslist and everything. So that's not even conspiracy. Those are just facts. So you got the crisis actors, you got your plants, you got the people that they'll plant, media will plant certain people to interview. They'll some of them they'll prep them, and then some of them they'll actually plant certain people in these things. So we do got to watch out for that. I'm trying to look for the guy with the neck beard. Now, that I don't believe that was a crisis actor. Because I can't find him no more. So that kind of shows me everything I need to know. It was a guy with a red MAGA hat and a neck beard, and he was a ginger. Because watch this. I type in Trump shooting witness, and they just keep showing the same people. Oh, wait, is that him? Nope. Nope, that's not. That's a woman. They keep showing that same dude, this dude right here. They keep showing that same, like, like, guy that's like in his like late 40s. They keep showing that same guy as the, okay, no, that's not, man, why can I not find, there was a guy He had a neck. It was a ginger. He was a ginger, and he had a neck beard. And he was saying, "Yo, we saw this dude do a whole bear crawl. He was, and we were letting the Secret Service like, yo, there's a dude with a gun trying to get in, and he said they just didn't do anything about it. They were just like they saw and they just didn't care. I don't know why I can't find that. I don't know why I can't find that. That's crazy. Because that also shows that's probably even more proof of an inside job more than anything. Yeah, they keep showing this guy. That's how you know this guy's a plant. This guy is clearly a plant. They keep showing this guy like, okay, this is the key witness right here. This is the person that you need to pay attention to. So if you
As we just learned, Joseph.
Anybody that sees this guy right here, this is a plant. This is the definition of a plant right here, because they're only showing him. Yeah, man. Let me see. Shout out to Water God Zero. Truth Hunter says, I didn't have a pass. If people ask for pass, we'll talk to them in the different languages, and they normally gave up. No, I do, dude. I knew some people that knew where certain things were during that time, and I'm not going to say whether or not I knew or whether I took advantage, whether I did the right thing and I told them. You guys know what I'm saying here. He said maybe BBC News had it. Maybe it's going to, I don't know. But I saw it was a guy with a red MAGA hat. He seemed very unrefined. He seemed very like an unrefined individual. Like he did not look like a plant. He didn't seem like a plant. He didn't look like he looked like one of us. He looked like one of us. Like this guy right here that you're seeing on the screen, that has to be a plant. That has to be a crisis actor. One of these has to be, because they're only showing him. That means whatever he's saying is not of significance. Is just to Oh man. You see, maybe BBC News has it. Let me check. Let me check BBC News. Let's check BBC News, man. Let's see here. BBC. Jesus Christ. BBC News. There we go. My gosh. He's all like, when I try to type in BBC News, you see BBL Drizzy song pop off in my history. Let me see. BBC News.
Now we are hearing reports that shots have been fired at this
free fair use. So I'm seeing they're interviewing some witnesses here. I'm trying to find the witness.
We can't confirm that at this stage at all. Could you tell where the shooting was coming from?
It was coming
from outside of the crowd?
I think it was like one of these buildings back here.
Right. So you think
So yeah, that I gotta find a guy, because it was a guy with a red hat and a neck beard, and I don't like, and he was saying like, yo, we already saw, like they said they saw the the shooter come in basically 5 minutes before the shooting happened. And now I can't even find the video. Now I can't even find it. They're showing who they want us to see. I don't like that, man. Oh man. Let me see. Oh man, there's a lot of people live streaming at the same time for this. Let me see. BBC News, the channel that I was on. Let's check the actual channel, BBC News. Joe Biden, Sleepy Joe. They say that Sleepy Joe, aka Adam West, condemns sick violence after shots are fired.
He's with his doctors. Apparently he's doing well. I plan on talking to them shortly, I hope.
You see, so this is Sleepy Joe responding to the shooting. Let's put this to 1.5 speed, because that is he's
with his doctors. Apparently he's doing well. I plan on talking to them shortly, I hope, when I get back to the telephone. Look, there's no place in America for this kind of violence. It's sick. It's sick. It's one of the reasons why we have to unite this country. We cannot allow for this to be happening. We cannot be like this. We cannot condone this. And I want to thank the Secret Service and all the agencies, including the state agencies, that have engaged in making sure that the people and we have more detail to come relative to other people maybe injured in the audience. I don't have all that detail. We'll make that available to you. I may be able to come back a little later.
Fair use. Fair use. I cannot believe we got Adam West as our president from Family Guy. This guy, man. Oh no, I got this on 1.5 speed, D-man. I got this on 1.5 speed because he talks really slow. A lot of these people, I got to put it on 1.5 speed. Let me see. The Google algorithm can bury what they don't want us to see. These are facts. These are facts. Like, I'm not even gonna never mind. Let me not even bring that up. But like, I remember seeing something where like a certain news event happened, and then there was like one witness that was describing clearly what happened. Then I try to go onto Google, I try to go on YouTube to find this guy. Can't find him no more. Nobody can find his. That's why, like I'll say this: if I was a witness over there, I wouldn't even admit seeing anything because you already know how these people work. They're gonna be like, "What exactly did you see?" Well, and they got that silent. They got them silent. They put the silencer on that pistol. They're like, what did you see exactly? What in the meanwhile, behind their back, they're putting the silencer on their on their pistol. Oh man. So right now I got Sleepy Joe on 1.5 speed.
Later tonight, but we'll put out a statement if I'm not able to if it's not convenient for you all. But the bottom line is that the Trump rally was a rally that he should have been able to be conducted peacefully without any problem. But the idea that there's political violence or violence in America like this is just unheard of. It's just not appropriate. And everybody must condemn it. Everybody. I'll keep you informed, and if I'm able to speak to Donald, I'll let you know that as well. But so far, it appears he's doing well. Number one. Number two, that there's thoroughly investigating what happened to anyone else in the audience. We have.
Oh yeah. By the way, I've seen on Twitter or other platforms where I'm talking about there are people saying like, "Damn, he missed," and I'm like, "What?" I was like, "Y'all are sick." I'm like, "You guys are sick, man. This is crazy." They're like, "Damn." Like I've seen like stuff on Twitter or the certain platforms already where I'm seeing comments where they're like, "Damn, he missed." Like it was like trending on Twitter. Damn, he missed. Let me see if I can bring that. Let me bring up Twitter real quick. Let me see if I can bring that up. Because it's wild. I'm like, damn, that's how people really feel. Sheesh, this how they feel. They don't like Orange Man that bad. Oh yeah, by the way, actually let me just. Yeah, people are wild. Let me see on Explore. Let me see. Oh yeah, then you had like BB gun trending. They were saying that the bullets were fake, whatever. Yeah. Fake news, oh yeah. But I'll say this had me crying laughing. So I want you to see something. This had me laughing though, for real though. This was legit funny though. Like just in the light. They had Ben Simmons trending. They had Ben Simmons trending because the shot it obviously they missed and it only hit Orange Man's ear. So Ben Simmons started trending. And the reason why Ben Simmons is trending is because Ben Simmons is a basketball player that's infamous. He's infamously known to like just not take any jump shots. He doesn't take no jump shots. He can't shoot at all. Or he's only like attempted, I think, like 2 jump shots like a 2 regular jump shots in his NBA career. So he's a known player to know. He's known not to like shoot at all. Man, yeah, like I say, witnesses be disappearing. That's why, like, if I was there, I'll be like, I didn't see nothing. Yo, has anybody seen the Transformers movie? Or the one with the Transformers Origins movie with the Spanish guy and the black girl? Where they did the Transformers like origin story. Did you see that? And then remember when the I think Bumblebee picked up the Spanish guy? He's like, "Hey, man, I promise you, I'm not gonna say anything. Matter of fact, I don't see nothing right now." I gotta see that. I gotta see that. I gotta find that clip. Let me see if I can find that clip. Transformers. I don't see anything seen. I gotta see that. Oh man, no, because it was from, because I watched the movie it was from last year. Let me see, Transformer. Yeah, Rise of the Beasts. The Rise of the Beast scene. I was laughing. He said, matter of fact, I don't see nothing right now. This just being carried by the Transformer and acting like he don't see nothing. That was funny as hell. Rise of the Beast. Funny. Let me see if anything pops up on that end. When they picked up the Spanish guy, I was laughing. Yeah, Noah Diaz meets the Autobots scene. Here we go. I'm finna find that. I gotta find that scene. I'm about to find it real quick, guys. I found it, guys. I found it. This is it, man. This was hilarious.
Who are you, human?
I'm nobody. I ain't even seen nothing. I'm not even seeing anything right now.
RC.
He said, I don't see nothing, man. Matter of fact, that's, man. If I was there, that's exactly how I would be. That's exactly how I would be, man. How about the Ryan Davis scene? Any of you guys know that comedian Ryan Davis? Oh man. By the way, guys, the reason why I struggle typing like my keys, they don't light up. I have no. So at night, I'm literally typing blind. Ryan Davis. I ain't seen nothing. This is it. Yo.
We've got some witnesses here that could maybe.
Man, shout out to Ryan Davis, the comedian. Man, I'll say this, man. If this was Secret Service asking me, especially on camera, if I saw anything, this would be me.
We've got some witnesses here that could maybe give us some answers, so we're going to see right now. Hello, sir. Did you witness anything strange in the area?
What, witness?
Yes.
Is this camera on?
Yeah, we're live.
Oh, no, I ain't seen nothing. I ain't seen nothing. Matter of fact, I'm blind in my left eye and 43% blind in my right eye. I don't see much of nothing. Matter of fact, I can't even see you, sir.
Yo, that's what that would be me, guys. That would be me. Matter of fact. Yo, that was hilarious, man. That would be me. Nah, not the Klay Thompson me, but I showed you the Transformers scene right there. Shout out to Educated Tyrone and Pyro for tuning in. But man, yeah, that like, there. Please, if I was there, because right now I'm trying to find the guy with the neck beard and I can't find him. I can't find him. They're making it really hard for me to find this dude. They're making it really hard to find this dude. Okay, so oh yeah, and then they said that somebody else in the audience died. So I guess they got caught by a bullet as well. That, so in terms of that theory being, oh, Orange Man staged this? Nope. Now, the staged theory is still in effect because the left could have staged this. The left could have staged it, but I believe the theory of the right staging this. No, that theory is that theory is thrown out, in my opinion, for me. But it's still plausible that the left has staged this. Yes, that is very plausible. So I guess, this is Donald. This is Orange Man's tweeter, right? Let's check his tweeter. But yeah, these are the things that are, you see how like Civil War, they're saying Civil War is trending. So this is yeah, so like they're trying to, oh hell no. There's no way. Somebody said we're probably 1 inch away from a civil war. Oh, like that's what I'm saying. Like, so right here, I don't know who War Monitor is. I'm not sure who War Monitor is. I don't know who that guy is. But like I said, yeah, if Trump, God golly, if Orange Man was shot in the head, like if it didn't hit his ear and he was 1 inch away from getting pieced in his head, if he got shot in the head and he died and got deleted, we would have been in a civil war. I would have made a live stream and I'd be like, guys, every black person, you need to stay home for a week. I'm like, all of you ninjas, y'all need to stay for a week. Don't even go outside. Don't even go outside. If you're Hispanic, tread cautiously. If Orange Man was passed away, it would have been I would have had to make a call and be like, yo, you guys got to stay home. Man, I remember let me see if he says so right here. You see, so the theory that me and Truth Hunter has, that's Truth Hunter's theory that I agree with, is proven right here. So somebody here is saying if we have a civil war, the left just started it, and I agree. I think they're trying to, how do I say? They're trying to jump something off. They're trying to jump it off. Somebody said 1 inch away from full civil war and the death of the next president. Exactly. Like if he like say if Orange Man got caught for real with the shot, it would have been over. Like it would have been legit civil war. And like I said, I am not prepared for civil war. I am not prepared. I'm definitely not. First of all, where I live, man, I remember I was joking with that's what I was going to bring up. So I remember when I was working back in the days at a certain spot. I'm not going to say where. I don't know if Ainsley's in the chat, but he knows the person that I'm talking about. There's this cook, hilarious, I think one of the funniest people I've met in my life. This older gentleman, out of prison, and we were talking to each other, and we were talking about what cities or towns that we're living in, and then I told him the town that I lived in, and he's like, "Bro, you live over there?" He said, "Bro, they finna hang you." He said they said they finna. He said they're gonna hang me like a Christmas ornament. I was like, "Yo, that's wild." Yeah, he said they gonna hang you up like a Christmas ornament. I was like, golly, because when I told him the town that I live in, I was like, yeah, I can't afford to be in no civil war where I live. Please, I can't leave the house like this. I'd be screwed. I would be screwed. Oh man, shout out to Educated Tyrone. Yeah, Pyro said it would have been a nightmare. Yeah, it would have been a night. Like I am not ready for a civil war right now. That's what, like, yo, I was gonna go to the movie theaters today and watch Planet of the Apes, but I was like, nah, let me just do something productive, like do a stream. I'm gonna I made some calls today. There's some people that owes me money in the music scene, so I made those texts. I made a lot of texts today. I make sure I do some productive stuff. Doing some productive stuff. You know, um, yeah, just trying to be productive, but I'm not leave. I did all of my errands this morning. I did all of my errands this morning, bro. You know, I did all my errands this morning because I do not want to run into one of these people that takes this stuff really seriously. But yeah, there's gonna be people rocking these shirts right here. What? They're gonna be rocking this shirt right here because they already got that. Like I already saw like somebody they had like a shirt. Let me see if I can. Trump holding up fist shirt. Do they have that already? Because I saw a shirt. Maybe it was via Twitter. I don't remember where I saw it. But yeah, we were that guys. This so man, I am so happy. Uh-oh, here we go. Here we go, guys. So here we have a Chinese Confederate enthusiast. Let's see what he has to say. No disrespect to my guy here. You have a Chinese dude. He says Manchu Huang. He says Orange Man. I await command. Small weak rainbow liberal man destroy country, try attempt assassinate, not allow all small weak. Oh, he's probably a parody account. He's a parody account. He's a parody. He's got to be a parody. Let me see. Oh, he's bruh. He's gotta be. Yeah, he's definitely a parody. Now let me be careful though when I scroll Twitter because yikes. But yeah, like I said, man, I am so happy that because I don't like I'm starting to think maybe if that was just a warning shot or whatever that's supposed to be. But if it was a botched job where they were really trying to take out Orange Man for real, this is like that's not good. Because now that's where our theory comes into play where we're like, oh, they're trying to trigger a civil war. And like I was like, I can't afford that shit right now. I can't afford that shit. Let me see. Yeah, that's what yo. Say here, Chris, come here for a sec. So South Holland, you see, yeah, South Holland is correct. He said there's a George Zimmerman out there waiting tonight. Facts. This is the problem with stuff like this. Because the people that end up getting hurt the most are people that they're not even part of this. And it's always going to be the lowest demographic of people that are going to suffer the most from something like this, a civil war, a purge, the low demographics of people. They're gonna suffer the most. Truth Hunter said gives me Uncle Ruckus vibe. Yeah, the Chinese dude that I saw. Let me see if I can find him again. Yeah, I think I think that's a parody account. I think he's joking. Let me see. Yeah, they're gonna turn this into a shirt. They gonna turn this into a shirt. Let me see. But yeah, like I said, when we're talking about assassination attempts, yeah, that could easily trigger a civil war, like easily. Like that's not good. Let me see. Let me say fake news. Oh, so yeah, people are saying this is a false flag. I don't think so. But maybe a false flag in a sense like this is staged by the left to trigger a civil war. Then I guess in a sense, yes, it is a false flag. But like I said, who are the people that are going to suffer the most? Is going to be the people in the middle, as per usual. But that's crazy. I don't know that for Ben Simmons to be trending because he's not a good shooter. I'll say y'all ninjas is the worst. Y'all people are the worst, bro. Oh man. So I gotta find because somebody said I remember it was trending. They said he missed or something. He missed. So it was like something crazy. But yeah, basically, like because of this, technically the election is over in terms of everybody's gonna basically vote for Orange Man now. If he survives it to election day, he's gonna win by a landslide now. It's like you basically just confirm that he's going to win by a landslide. So like, yeah, you're seeing like I said, I remember I was seeing like tweets where you see, look at this tweet right here. They're saying you effing missed. You had one job. Yeah, that was what was trending. One job. So you literally had these nut jobs on Twitter that had the term one job trending, basically lamenting. Yeah, like yeah, right here. They said like those terms. I kid you not. I should have screenshotted it. So let me show you this tweet. He said the fact that the quote they missed, you missed one job, and how do you miss are all trending. I'm crying. Like that's great. Like that's crazy. How was that trending? I'm like, they're like, damn it, he missed. That's basically that. So you basically have people on the left. They're just like, damn it, he missed. And you're just like, what, guys? First, okay, let me because I want to aim this at everybody on the left right now. Because let me bring up something real quick. Let me bring up something real quick because I did a video on this and I for the life of me I don't get people. Well I do, but it's just certain things I don't get. But let me bring up a video that I just did that was like political. Okay, so recently I did a video on Kamala Harris, right? The fake black girl, right? So in this video, if you look at the comments, right? It was a lot of, even though most of the people agreed with me, I did see a lot of people that I've seen comment on my videos before talking about, oh, what like they're basically saying anything is better than Orange Man. Orange Man is terrible. And I really gotta ask the left, I gotta ask black people, I gotta ask all of you, what has Orange Man done that was so bad compared to all of the presidents that we have had in the past where you're drawing the line at Orange Man? What has he done that was like so terrible where people are just going out their way to drop allegations against him, all this stuff against this? And I'm like, what has he done that was like just so atrocious? You know what I mean? All these allegations, all the things that they've been trying to throw. I'm like, what has he done to deserve that kind of vitriol? What has he said? What has he said? Like, I don't get it. So if you see some of the comments, because they're talking about how bad Project 2025 is, and you're just like, okay, so what's so bad about first of all, Orange Man said he doesn't even know what Project 2025 is. He said he's not. Orange Man said he wasn't even connected to that. He said that's just something else. So that's from a foundation from the alt-right that he has no idea about. But I'm like, okay, what was so wrong? What in Project 2025 was like so crazy bad that it was just like, oh my gosh, we got to shut it down. So like I was trying to ask the question, okay, what is so wrong with this to where you guys are going out your way when we've had way worse people in office? I'm talking about like way worse people. First of all, we have a way worse person in office right now, but in the past, the people that we've had, like the stuff that they've done, I mean, I don't want to go down the rabbit hole, but for particularly the left to draw the line at Orange Man, that has always perplexed me. And then and plus, I don't want to hear that stuff about the racism and all this stuff. I don't want to hear that, because you can't tell me that, oh, Trump, Orange Man is super racist and whatnot, and then you tell me your solution to that is Sleepy Joe, who's a confirmed racist. Like I'm this is where somebody like me gets confused. I'm like, okay, so you're saying he's racist, even though I've never really heard him say anything racist. But then you're telling me because he's racist, let's bring in Sleepy Joe, who's a confirmed racist. Like that has never I'm to me, people still don't have an answer for me for this, but you know, it is what it is. But in the meanwhile, let's put this in the background. Yeah, they're gonna put this on a t-shirt. Let me see his enemies. I'm going to put him on a shirt. His supporters, I'm going to put him on a shirt. Truth Hunter said it's the mean tweets. Look, man. First of all, CNN should be ashamed of themselves, because they were eating off Trump. So basically anything that Orange Man did wrong, they made it news. Anything that he tweeted wrong, whatever he did. I'll say this. I remember I think this was in 2016. I don't know if this was in 2016 or 2019 or 2020. I don't know why I'm getting my years mixed up on this, but I remember seeing a tweet from Orange Man that had me chuckling. Like it legit had me chuckling. He was saying something was wrong with Sleepy Joe, and then he goes, but in the tweet he ends it off by saying Sleepy Joe is shot. Sleepy Joe is shot. Vote for me 2020, whatever. I was like, yo, man. But yeah, CNN was eating heavy off of Orange Man. They was using this man for clicks and views for his whole presidency. Basically eating off this man's name. They owe that man money. Like they was on this man's sack. No Diddy. Pyro said, yes, did he nuke a city or something? I don't see him doing too heavy damage for him to earn his hate. Exactly. When you actually look at the stuff that President 44 did, this dude was dropping, this dude was having drones, dropping things on kids and families overseas. He was actually the people were complaining about kids being locked up in cages under Trump. I mean, under Orange Man. But Barry O had more people deported more than anybody under his presidency. Like people don't even know this. like Barry O was very pro. I work for the elites, and I'm gonna do their bidding. Like he did a lot of scandalous stuff, but for some reason, Barry O won the Nobel Peace Prize. It's shocking. People really need to look up the stuff that Barry O has done under his presidency. Like at least, you know, because I don't really care about the presidency that much, but I always say this to Orange Man's credit, under his presidency, there was a certain part in Eurasia. That's what I'm going to. I'm gonna give it a code name, Eurasia. Anybody that's informed knows what I'm talking about. There was parts of Eurasia in the Middle East where it was there was peace because of him brokering deals. So shout out to Orange Man on that end. Let me see. CNN fell off the more Orange Man called them fake news. But like I said, I didn't need Orange Man to tell me that CNN was fake news. You know what I mean? But it did. He did have great sound bites. But like I said, CNN has always been fake news. You know, when you talk about MSNBC, these channels, especially like a CNN, like that's always been fake news to me. Always. Let's see here. But I'm so mad. But let me see if I can put it back on there. So right here, you see GC, the artist, said, I'm voting Democrat as long as Project 2025 and Orange Men are on the other side. Yes, it's offensive, but look at the bigger picture. Don't be a fool. I mean, you don't even vote. Speak about the Titans or shut up. And you're just like, bruh. And then this is where I ask him, in your words, explain to me the dangers of this Project 2025. And what he said was no more democracy. Christian extremists are running the country. And let's keep it honest. Let's keep it a buck. The only thing that the left, particularly the broads, are so anti whatever Project 2025 is because of no more abortions. That's really what it is. But that's my opinion. But that's neither here nor there. they're basically was looking at it and they were just seeing a lot of basically pro-family stuff, and then they were just seeing a lot of anti-abortion stuff, and that's really what's triggering them. That they don't have that quote unquote control over their body anymore, quote unquote, and that's really what they're triggered about. And like I said, the real reason why, particularly women, were very anti Orange Men and have gaslit a lot of men, particularly black men, but have gaslit a lot of men into being anti Orange Man as well, is because Orange Man has been very honest about how women act around men with money and power. Let's keep it a buck. That's the only reason why women really hate Orange Men and why people of the left really hate Orange Men is because of the abortion. Not necessarily the abortion, but like because of him coming in as a Republican. He has influence on who he was going to put in the seat in the Supreme Court. That's why all that stuff. That's why they were trying to get at Brett Kavanaugh, because they were trying to, because they need that seat so they could pass what they needed to pass. But if he was there, they couldn't be able to pass what they needed to pass. So that's really what it was really about. It wasn't even about, racism and all whatever. That was just, that's what you call gaslighting. That's what you call gaslighting. Because 2016 was a very important election on that end. This is why they were very anti-Orange Man. Oh man. So yeah, because I keep seeing comments, man, you're crazy if you're voting for Orange Man. And you're just like, what has he done? So somebody also says here, he said Trump is Orange Man is a significant enough a threat to blindly vote Democrat. I don't blame people. I'm like, bro, you in my thing is here. I'm not like I said, I'm not a Republican. I'm not a Democrat. All I tell people to do is to do your research behind the people that you want to vote for. See who they're financed by, see what their policies are, see who their policies actually benefit, and make a decision from there. Don't blindly vote one way. Stop. If you're black, stop blindly voting Democrat. These people should not own your vote. That has always been my thing. But for some reason, if you say that, especially if you're a black man, if you say this, they're going to say that you're a sellout or you're an Uncle Tom. And all I'm telling people is you shouldn't be just blindly voting for people just because they're on a certain side. That's just not smart. That's just not smart. Like, I grew up around people. Okay, these are the people I grew up around, right? Or, I'll put my people on blast, right? So I grew up seeing, dude. Let me give you a background on my life. I grew up seeing women. This is how they would vote. The women that I would see growing up. They would look at the candidates. Forget if he's Democrat or Republican or independent, whatever. It just be okay, he's a Democrat. Okay, what are his policies? Okay, let's look up the policies. Okay, I like this. Okay, I don't like this. Okay, let's do the pros and cons. Let's make a T-chart. Okay, I guess if I want this, I'm gonna have to give up this. Okay, let's make an educated decision. I'm gonna vote for this guy here. I'm gonna vote for this guy here. And they're actually looking at the policies of these people and looking at who they're fine. These are the people I grew up around. So they would actually look at who, like, they don't even worry about whether it's a Democrat or Republican. They're just literally just looking at, okay, what are you bringing to the table? Who are you financed by? Who, you know what I mean? But this whole wave of just blindly voting blue, that's just not smart. Like, you can't have a whole party that just owns your vote without them having to even work for, like, they like the where the left has never even given particularly black people anything. All they've done is virtue signal, and they've given like zero tangible things. Now, the Republicans haven't given really anything tangible, quote unquote, but at least they're honest about it, and they still give you opportunities where you can do something tangible for yourself. But what the left does, which to me is more patronizing, they act like they care, and they virtue signal, and because they virtue signal, they just own your vote, and they don't even have to give you anything. Like, how can you'll have a whole demographic of people where the left doesn't even have to pay? At least, like, like how, like, the Republicans would have like certain black people advertise for them, and people would make fun of them. I'll be like, well, at least they got paid. At least, remember, like, the black women that were like pro Trump, so pro Orange Man, like, obviously they were paid off, obviously, by Orange Man and his people, but I'm like, at least they got paid for it. The left, they just virtue signal. They don't even give ninjas anything, and they just own your vote. That's crazy. You don't even require them to even pay you, and they just own your vote. That's wild. That's just wild, man. Let me see. I know you're about to say. Let me see. Pyro said they mad they can't clip their kids. Yeah, that's really what it is. That's really what it is. The whole project, why they hate Project 2025. They're just mad that they can't murder their kids anymore. I mean, sorry, delete their kids anymore. Oh man. Truth Hunter says, my one grandpa was a Democrat, but he would vote Republican if he felt not represented. Exactly. Those are the type of people I grew up around. Like, even if they were Republican, they would still vote for a Democrat if they had a certain policy, or if they were represented by somebody. Or say, like, if you had a business owner, right? They're not necessarily Republican or Democrat, but they know of somebody coming into office. They financially back the person because they know the person is going to back their business. That's how politics usually work. I can respect that. But this whole thing about just blindly voting Democrat, that's just first of all, that's just not smart. Second of all, like, now you're out leveraged. You're out leveraged. That's blindly voting left. That's not it, man. That's so Pyro said blindly voting left is an Uncle Tom move, if you ask me. Facts. I agree with that. If you want to talk about people being sellouts, no, like, if you're just blindly voting left without them even having to do anything for you, that's more of an Uncle Tom move for me. You know? But like, yeah, it was people in the comments, they're still mad. And all I'm telling people to do is, look, don't blindly vote left. That's all I'm saying. Like, that's not that, man. You can't do that. Because now you don't have you have no leverage. You're literally asking for nothing, but just for them to virtue signal, and then that's enough for you. They wear a Kunta Kinte scarf and take a knee at the Lincoln Memorial, and that's good enough for you. Wow. All right. It's crazy, man. That's wild, man. First of all, I want you guys to see. Let me bring up that commercial real quick. Because the liberals, to me, are very blatantly racist when they make these commercials. Here is They Not Like Us. Let me search that real quick. The actual They Not Like Us commercial. That is, to me that's so patronizing. BET commercial. To me, that's insulting to me. Where you could just make a something like this, and then they not like us, girl. Let me see. Do they have it? But like I said, let's be honest, guys. The only reason why they're mad at this quote unquote Project 2025 or whatever the hell that is because they can't murk their kids anymore. And then let's keep it a buck. Let's keep it a buck. Let me see. Is this the commercial?
On Sunday, VP Kamala Harris.
Like, it's like that. Like, this is the BET commercial right here. Let me see if I can put it full screen. Right.
On.
No, Taraji. Now, you know I wouldn't do that, especially not to a fellow bison. The real HU, you know.
In a 2-minute segment, which included a fake FaceTime call with host Taraji to be cool and with criticizing her and calling her out for kind of pandering to younger voters.
I know you've been traveling across the country. What are you hearing? Yeah, girl, I'm out here in these streets. And let me tell you,
Yeah, girl, I'm out here in these streets. And let me tell you, really? Like, I'm like, aren't ninjas, aren't y'all not offended by this? Like, this is like, and I'm like, they want me to be mad at Orange Man, but you want me to just act like this is not happening right in front of my face.
You're right, Taraji.
In the segment, she said, "Girl, I'm out here on the streets," in a reference to the campaign trail, and also referenced Kendrick Lamar in a pretty strained lyrical drop in the middle of it.
These extremists, as they say, they're not like us. They not.
And I think that more than anything, it seemed a little bit awkward and an attempt to reach young voters who've really been turned off by a campaign that seemed...
No, that was an attempt to reach ninjas, but that was, it's like, that was an attempt to reach ninjas. Yeah, shout out to this comment right here. She's like, she's not trying to pander to young voters, she's trying to pander to blacks. Like, that's, yeah, like this, like, shout out to the people in the comment section. He was like, somebody said, does anyone else think this is sickening? Like, this is sick. I'm out here in these streets. Somebody said I had to pause the video to laugh. Like I was so offended when I saw the commercial. Like I didn't even laugh when I saw that at the first time. Not like I'm laughing about it now, but I was so offended by that commercial. I didn't even laugh. I was like, wow. Yeah, somebody said this reminds me of the hot sauce in the Hillary's purse. So cringe. Yeah, remember? Yeah, remember that? She said Hillary, Mrs. C was talking about she carrying hot sauce in her purse. And I'm like, damn, that like how about the other what's the other Democrat from New York? What was that governor that was talking about kids in Brooklyn don't even know what a computer is? Like I'm like, aren't you guys offended? You guys are not offended? Like, aren't you guys like not offended by that? But you mad because Orange Man talked about stuff that women be doing around men with money and power. But that's the line that you draw. Because that's really all Orange Man did. He just talked about what women do around men with money and power. And that's why he was saying you can just grab them right in the you know what. He's talking about these 304s because of what I got. I could basically do whatever the hell I want with them. And he's right. And he's right. Now, for some reason, people are offended by that, but he's right. Have you ever seen like how these 304s really act around these dudes with money? Like I've seen these rich dudes literally be doing them little dog whistles at them at them 304s, and they come and they just come crawling to them because they got that paper and they got that power. And I'm talking about these are some old CEOs, the real patriarchy type dudes, and they're just doing whatever the hell they want, saying whatever the hell they want too, mind you. And I done seen these people whistle at like come on, man. That's what he's talking. I think that low key, that's what he was talking about. But they wanted to hold that quote up in the air. But it is what it is. And on top of that, I think people need to do the research behind, because under President 45, a lot of that stuff with the WIC programs, the EBT, he was cutting a lot of those little government funded programs, child support, all these things. He was cutting off these stuff little by little. People don't even like if you actually, once you do the research behind the stuff that he was doing in terms of what he was influencing in legislation, you'll understand why women were gaslighting men into hating Trump, into hating Orange Man, because it was a lot of the stuff that they've been working for that he was like, it's not like he was anti Nazi. It was just he just didn't care for the other stuff. He was trying to quote unquote balance a budget. You know what I mean? He's more like Orange Man is a businessman first. So that he was just trying to take care of the business. And when you're taking care of business, there's some things that you got to get rid of. You got to cut off the fat. You got to cut off the unnecessary stuff. And that's what he was doing. Anyways, and then obviously he has to cater to his Republican fan base. It is what it is. Like, let me see. The old school. He said, yeah, the old school ones. Like, yeah, the old school voters, those are the people I grew up with. Like, I'm talking about even if they were like Republican, they would still vote for Democrat. Or if they were Democrat, they would still vote for Republican. If the policies matched, if the personality was good enough, they'd be like, oh, okay, I'll give that person a chance. Those are the voters I grew up around. But it is what it is. It is what it is. He said nowadays it's vote blue no matter what. And unfortunately, it started with Barry O. It started with Barry O. Unfortunately. South Holland says it has become a religion for people who blindly vote. Like it boggles my mind that people do this, that you just blindly vote just because the person is on your quote unquote side. That's not, like, come on, man. That's not how you supposed to. That's not how you do business, man. That's not how you do business, man. It's not. Pyro said, "I'm not even African American, and I feel offended." Like I said, like I'm not even like me. I'm not a true, I guess, a true FBA. Even though I don't like these kind of terms, whatever. Because at the end of the day, I'm a black man. I live in America, and those are the same FBAs. Like I said, like people like I don't even like the term FBA, and I don't let people tell me that, oh, I'm not truly black, because these were the same people that were making fun of how dark I am when I was a kid and all this stuff. And now you're gonna tell me I'm not black enough? Nah, you're not. Nah, that's not gonna work with me. That's not gonna work with me. Anyways. So Pyro says yes, and below the video, there is a black dude discovering a laptop acting like a caveman. Oh yeah, I saw that video. Yeah, so shout out to Ninjas on that one. We took the piss out of that video. That video was hilarious, man. That guy was acting like a caveman, and he was acting like, I don't know if I can, let me see if I can find that video. That was funny. Kids in Brooklyn, kids don't know what a laptop is. Let me see. Kids don't know what a laptop is in Brooklyn. Let me see. In Brooklyn, I think they were saying. Yeah, right. Black kids in the Bronx, they don't know what a laptop is, apparently. I wish we could find the actual thing on that end.
So now what we have is the money to build a phenomenal supercomputer that is going to be accessible to researchers in New York. College students will attract more federal grants. And this is how we lay down the mark. No state has done this. And in fact, I talked to a lot of other people, said, I wish my governor had thought of that first. I said, no, this is New York. We'd like to be first, with all due respect to people from other states. It's sort of our attitude. We will be the best. We will be the first. And I want others to follow, because right now we have, young black kids growing up in the Bronx who don't even know what the word computer is.
Kids in Bronx don't know what computer is meme. Let's see if I gotta find that meme with that dude. He was acting like a caveman. That was hilarious. Oh man. But like, yeah, like I'm like, aren't you guys offended? I'm like, aren't y'all not offended by this? But I'm supposed to be offended by Orange Man. I'm like that, yeah, that's what it is right there. I saw that.
Did you see the memes or the videos that kids made?
No.
Oh my God, so many funny videos of black kids moving around a computer like confused, like a caveman, like look, they see the computer,
see that.
Open it up,
like that's wild. That's wild as hell. That's wild as hell, man. Let me see. Let's put it back here for the ambiance. Let's read any more comments that I didn't read. He said, don't forget about Democrats basically saying blacks are not smart enough to use voter ID. Yes, that too. Like that, like, wow. Because first of all, most of the ninjas I know, the first thing that we do, because we got PTSD, a lot of black people got PTSD. So we be mad strict on, no, we always have our IDs on us. When you're talking about when you meet like that, when you meet the average black citizen, they be strict on there. We always have our IDs on us. Like when you talking about the average black citizen with his head on straight, like we have our IDs on us, no cap. And that goes for the FBAs, the Africans, the Caribbeans. We know, because we know we always gonna get asked for unnecessary stuff from certain insecure people. So we always got that PTSD. So for the Democrats to even turn around and just be like, they don't even have ID. You're like, who? I'm like, do these people even talk to black people? What's going on? That's crazy. Because if people that actually talk to black people understand, we actually have PTSD when it comes to our IDs and shit like that. Like if you talk to like a black family, they be strict on their kids. Y'all better have your IDs. You better make sure your registration is straight. Dude, every time, dude, like our PTSD is so bad. Like I would like my siblings, because where we live is it's predominantly white, right? Like when me and my siblings would go for a run, my parents would be like, "Do you guys have your IDs on you?" And they'd be like, "Yes." Like it's actually like we actually have serious PTSD with that. So when you meet like a straight laced black dude, like he has all of his paperwork in order, like it's like he's Julius from Everybody Hates Chris. You know, but like I said, a lot of those libtards, they like to virtue signal, but even them, they clearly don't even interact with ninjas themselves. They clearly don't. Let me see. I think Pyro said, I think Orange Man is trying to take care of his people first in America and not the imagination or other folks and people are mad about it. He's putting the business first. He's just not, that's really what he's doing. It's not like he's anti rainbow, really, because he really doesn't care about that stuff. But that's the problem. He really doesn't care about that stuff. So he doesn't prioritize that. It's the same mistake that they made with the Kenyan president. I don't know if you ever saw the Kenyan, I think it was the Kenyan or the Ugandan president, and they did an interview with CNN, and the CNN interviewer, she was like, well, shouldn't you be taking care of the alphabet community? And he was just like, well, that's just not it's not that it's because they hate the alphabet community. It's just not that important to them. They're not going to elevate that over the other stuff that they're doing. So because you don't elevate the rainbow community, the social justice stuff, then they interpret that as that, oh, you hate that. No, it's not that important. the alphabet community and what they're looking for, it's just not that important, right? Or when you start looking at, because our government spending, what the taxpayers was putting money on this is why, you know, under Orange Man, a lot of those government programs, a lot of those things that that Straggles would finesse, it was hard to finesse under his leadership. So that's another part of the game. Once people find out that's really what it was, you're just like, oh, okay, that's why they was hating on him so bad. You're like, okay, I get it now. Pyro said, yes, B-dubs didn't mess with who got a voter's ID, only the left-wing ones. South Holland says there are white kids in El Paso, Texas, who don't know what a taco is. Oh man. But yeah, because the more I hear, particularly the libtards, when they talk, I'm like, oh, do they even interact with black people? Because some of the stuff they'll say, I'm like, what are we doing? You're just like, yeah, I don't even think they even interact, because some of the stuff they say, I'm like, so she goes for her to go up, that governor to go up there and say kids in Bronx don't even know what a computer is. What? Dude, we got homeless people with iPhones, man. Everybody got a computer in their pocket. What are we talking about? But like, dude, even in the most remote areas in the world, people got smartphones everywhere, even in the most like remote locations in the world. And you think kids in the Bronx, black kids in the Bronx, are just so beat that they don't even know what a computer is. I'm like, wow. Anyways. Anyways, man. Facts, Pyro. He says our phones is a computer. You know. But yeah. Oh yeah, and by the way, because I remember I saw your comment earlier, Pyro, about I've been going ham with the live streams lately. I have to do that now because I'm really starting to the way the music stuff is looking for me. It's going in a positive route, but the problem is now that I'm really leading, doing like MD stuff, music director type stuff, like now it's going to affect my time. So whenever little time I got to do stuff like this, to drop videos, like last night I had a rehearsal, and then on top of that I gotta contact a rapper in New York about me playing with him, even though it's via another band, but I basically set it up because I was the only one that followed up on the things. Then I got to call another keyboard player to see if he wants to play with me. This is a guy that works with Action Bronson and these people, and you're just like, oh Lord. So now I got to do a lot of the texting. I got to do a lot of the organizing. I got to do a lot of, just yesterday I had a rehearsal for somebody that I know, an artist I know. I had to find the musicians myself, had to hire some of them. You got to put them in. I had to put I had to make sure one of my guys was taken care of because I brought him from New York. So it's a lot. It's a lot. So now a lot of this stuff is taking my time. So I got to go as ham with the little time that I got with the live streams, with the videos. I got to do it as much as I can, because I don't have that much time left. Just in general. Shout out to Truth Hunter. He said economy more important than fluffy stuff, unless fluffy people love living in a cardboard box. Facts. I agree with that, man. Like they don't like people, like they're acting like that Orange Man hates. It's not like he hates. It's just that stuff is not important. That stuff is not important. Child support, you dragging your men in child support and trying to get more money, that stuff is not important. You trying to finesse the EBT system, not important. You trying to kill your own kids because you don't know what a condom is or you don't know how birth control works, is not important. Anyways, that's another story. That's a whole other story, and I'm gonna leave that alone before people get mad at that. like especially broads kill me with this, bro. They kill me with this. They will brag about, I can get into a relationship whenever I want. I can get any man I want. Then once they end up with a quote unquote in an abusive relationship, they want to take no responsibility in that. Or if they get knocked up by a pookie or a complete degenerate, now we got to take, you guys got to tell these guys to stop being deadbeats. I thought you can choose whoever you want. So out of all the people that you can choose to sleep with, you sleep with these people. I mean, so do you have agency or not? Do you have real choice or not? Like they kill me with this. They absolutely kill me with this. They'd be like, stop telling us to choose better, because you told us you can choose whoever you want. They will tell you, I can choose what I got options out here. I could be okay. We'll take your word for it. Mrs. You got options. Now, Mrs. You got options. Why did you get impregnated by a drug dealer? Mrs. You got options. Why didn't you get knocked up with a dude with a car? But we got to tell dudes to stop being that. Stop it. They always want to maximize their dual mating strategy at the expense of everybody else. And then when that doesn't work, they want us to pay for it. Come on. Stop. This is why women are not allowed to vote in other countries. Anyways, that stuff really ticks me off. Because I'm not like me. I'm not afraid to tell a woman you got to choose better, because these will be the same women that will say, "Oh, I got options out there. I can get with any man I want." I'm like, okay, yeah. Well, first of all, yes, you can sleep with whoever you want, but with that comes responsibility. Then they get mad when I say we should have mandatory testing. I'm talking about there'll be Christian women too. They want nothing to do with paternity testing. They'll be I'm talking about they're Christian women. They want nothing to do with paternity tests. Is the funniest thing, man. It's it is what it is. It is what it is. Let me add Pyro to this chat real quick.
What's good, man? What's good?
Hey, man.
Yeah, as I was saying, like women seem to just love dudes that other dudes don't respect. Our society look down on. If you get what I mean.
The degenerates, basically.
Yes.
You know?
Yeah. like I might sound Diddy like, but sometimes I just look at these women and say, yeah, but I wouldn't date that.
Oh, let me see if I can bring up that remember that baby daddy thread that I did?
Oh yes.
Let me see if I can find that, because when I saw who these dudes were, and shout out to the young woman that put her friends on blast, because that thread came from a woman. That thread came from a woman that she knows, and she was like, "This is their baby daddies. This is what they look like." So I was happy that she put her people on blast, and I was like, "Yep, that looks about right. That looks exact because those who don't like the and basically all the people in there were scammers, drug dealers, wannabe club promoters, and street ninjas. I'm just off looking at them. I'm like, look, I'm like, maybe I'm not the smartest.
And you can even see like Diddy disciples.
Yeah, oh yeah, and there were download dudes in there. Yeah, you're right. So I'm like, just looking at these dudes, I was like, you couldn't tell like these people weren't. But like I said, but particularly when you're dealing with black women, they choose their baby daddies off if they're street ninjas or if they got good D game. That's what they choose. That's how they mate select. That's how they go about life. And then after they go through that phase, then later on in life, 2-3 kids later, then they want to settle. They quote unquote settle for a good guy, but they got to go through Pookie first. They have to go through Pookie first before they go to responsible guy. And most of the times after they go through their Pookie phase, and after the Pookie phase, then they'll quote unquote wisen up. I gotta see if I can find the thread, because it's really it's really down there. It's like really down there before I get back to Orange Man. But like, yeah, did you where did you see the news about Orange Man? Because I saw it like via my Daily Mail alerts, and then I just saw it via Twitter. I was like, oh shoot.
Oh yeah, I saw I think I saw it on like YouTube.
Yeah, it's all over YouTube as well. Okay, guys, I want you to see this thread right here, because that's because like for the people that like, particularly the single moms that I know that complain, that be talking crazy about their baby daddies and whatnot and saying they're deadbeats. These are the people that they're talking about. I want you to take a look at these guys. I need to make this as slow as possible. Actually, let me put this at 0.5 speed. Oh, let me turn down the volume. So I want you guys to take a look at these people. Pookie, first dude, Pookie, unemployed, jail Pookie. Take a look at these. This is a baby dad thread. Unemployed dude, unemployed Hector, unemployed dude right here with a mud shark. Look at these people. This is the baby dad. These are these so
Yeah.
you see these women that be on Pop the Balloon.
Why is he
On
cringing
Pop
up his
the
lip
Balloon.
like that? Why is he
Saying
cringing up
that,
his lip?
that guy's in the closet and he's probably been in prison. So that's why he's like that.
Yeah.
All these chicks on Pop the Balloon talking about, oh, he needs to be doing this, needs to be doing that. This is what their baby dads look like.
Yeah.
And look, and just to let you guys know, these guys, they don't even look like tall people. Just to let you guys, they're just like they just look like just regular, just degenerates, regular sized degenerates. Nobody like physically fit. Nobody physically fit. Let me tell you, this is really. Let me show you the. I'm going to show you the prototype. That
If you see anybody, in suits with a briefcase in the picture, not one.
Let me bring up this rapper. This is basically, I'm going to show you this. Okay, I'm going to show this is the street ninjas, the street ninja that the street ninja prototype that most girls want. People they talk about, oh, women want dudes that are over 6 feet tall. Yeah, that is true. Yes, but they need a guy that's over 6 feet tall, but that's a guy like this. Anybody know who Moneybagg Yo is?
I've seen him before.
Yeah, this guy right here. So guys that look like this, these dudes, tattoos all over the place, clearly looks like he's a street ninja or a reformed street ninja. Those are the dudes that women are loyal to, these guys, and they will have kids by. Guys that look like that. Those are these are the pookies that will always have the average BW's heart. These people right here.
Yeah, it kind of reminds me of that Spider-Man villain, who is a family man and he's like big, very very tall, very strong and big. If you know who I'm talking about.
You said a Spider-Man villain?
Yes. And he's a family man, and I think he's big. I think he's very gigantic. Like he's fat, but he's very tall.
Are you talking about Kingpin?
Yes.
Yeah,
women
Kingpin.
love guys like that.
Let me see if I can still play this real quick. Oh, let me turn down the music. But basically, the future types, those are the type of dudes that women will be loyal to. The future types. So you look at these people, scammers, drug dealers, unemployed dudes. These are that guy right here. It'll be guys like that. I see a lot of guys like this be having 5-6 baby mamas and all this. They'd be like, what? Those be the guys right there, man. Yeah, guys like this. Yep, guys like that. I'm like, yep, that looks about right. Drug dealers, scammers, these people, unemployed dudes. These be the dudes. I like, hold on. Let me put it back to that bald guy holding his baby crying. That shit is funny. Hold on. Let me see if I can find that. Did I skip past it? Oh man, those guys at the end. Yikes. Oh man. But yeah, that picture right there. Let me see if I can pause it.
Oh, the butterflies. And
yeah, this guy right here. With the bald head, the tattoos on the bald head, him drinking a bottle of Henny.
And the baby's crying.
The baby's crying. And he looked like he's coming from the club at the age of like 32. It's crazy. Absolutely wild, man. And those two download guys at the end. Yep. Those are the that looks about right. So when you see the baby daddy, I'm like, this is where I come and I'm like, So you say you have options, but you choose that to knock you up. Okay. Okay. But then we got to pay for it. You're not gonna take the L. You're gonna act like it's still men's fault.
Yes.
That's just wild to me. That's just wild to me. But anyway, let's go back to Orange Man. Let's see if we got any updates with Orange Man. Let me read some of these comments first. Let me see. Rocky. Shout out to Rocky. South Holland says women getting knocked up by dudes with no future. Literally. Truth Hunter says they pick them by how dangerous they are and they look. Yeah, that is true. Basically, I always say they like the Wolverine personality type dudes, really. So a guy that's like that's a little bit above the law, that kind of has a interesting background story, a guy that needs a lot of therapy. But just imagine Wolverine, but him being like 6 feet tall and then with tattoos. That's their ideal guy. That's their ideal guy.
True.
Let me see. Rocky says, meanwhile, dudes like us gotta work for it. Yeah. I'm out. He said, I'm out. Then they make us jump through hoops and hurdles. Like I said, like if a woman is making you jump through hoops and hurdles, she doesn't like you. She's just trying to use you. And I'm speaking from experience because I've been on both sides. Like I've experienced like women like literally using me, and then I've experienced where a girl that actually liked me, like she was mad at me because I didn't take the pussy. There's like it's literally night and day. So when you actually experience a girl that actually takes a real liking to you, it's night and day. You'll realize that damn, most of these women are just trying to use me. Golly, I'm like they have like no interest in me at all. Once you finally experience like just one, it just takes like one girl to actually give you genuine interest to realize, wow, most of the time that I'm actually trying to talk to women, I'm just wasting my time. Unless if you want to pay a hefty fee, because there's obviously a fee that you can probably pay to kind of get past all the hurdles and the roadblock hazard signs that they try to put in front of you because they really don't like you like that. If the girl likes you, she's gonna make it as easy as possible for you to be with her. She's not gonna make it complicated. Truth Hunter says danger makes them wetter than Niagara Falls. Facts. I had more, like me personally, when I was younger, I had more respect from girls, and I had more girls that had my back when I used to be in the principal's office every day than when I actually changed my behavior, particularly post middle school. When I really changed my behavior and try to do the right thing, I literally had to like look for, like, I was like, damn, I can't see I got no genuine interest from anybody. Like I can only count it on one hand, you know. Especially when they found like especially I remember in high school, especially like they'll find out like, oh, especially like my first year when I was a freshman on varsity, they're just like, oh man, they try to get to know me a little bit, but then they realize I'm like dry. Like I'm like I don't care. Then they were interested at first, but then they find out that I'm really like, I don't really do anything outside. I don't smoke, I don't drink, I don't do anything bad. I'm a good kid. I don't really. Then it's just like, we'll talk to you later. You know, it just dries off, especially by my senior year. It was just like, good luck. They're just like, good luck, you know. But like when I'll say this, when I was on my bullshit, I had a lot of hoes. When I was on my bullshit. But at the time, during that time when I was in my like quote unquote pookie phase in life, when I was always getting in trouble, you know, talking crazy, you know, not necessarily getting into fights, but being feared. right? That was when I was like, that's when it's not necessarily just the girls getting them, it's just the respect. The more that I try to actually quote unquote follow the law, do the quote unquote do the right thing, the less like I had like less women trying to use me during that time.
Yeah. Mhm.
When I was on my bullshit, then when I was actually trying to do the right thing. And then when you're a person just trying to do the right thing, just doing, going straight cookie cutter, not being disrespectful, that's when I had most women trying to use me, just in general. And I believe this. I really believe the women in your life, they need to fear you a little bit. They need to fear you a little bit. I know it sounds kind of like abusive in a way, but I'm just telling. I've experienced this. I think the women in your life that look up, they need to see you in us. They gotta fear you a little bit. They need to be afraid of you a little bit, just a little bit, just a little bit. I know it sounds messed up, but I'm telling you from experience, they need to be afraid of you a little bit, just a little bit, just enough to be like, okay, let me not mess with this guy. This guy's a fool. he'll go off on me if I try him in any way, So that's just my experience on that end. Let me see if I can find a Corey Holcomb clip. By the way, guys, if you guys want an education, I need you to go on. Let me see if I can search up. Okay. I need you to go and subscribe to this channel, The Zowat Show, right? And look at all of his old clips from 2014. I'm talking about all of his old clips from 2014, 2015, and he would have these relationship shows. You see the dates 10 years ago, 9 years ago, right? He was doing this. He's like, Zoe Williams has been doing this for a while. And he would have these panels, and Corey Holcomb would come on these panels, and he would rip these panels. Anytime, if you just get the chance, just watch a random video. Just watch. I know they'd be like 2 hours long, 1 hour long, and whatnot. So whenever you get the chance, just watch any of them, and you'll find Corey saying some wild stuff, Zoe saying some profound stuff. I'll give you guys an example right here. So I remember Corey Holcomb came on to the show, and they were talking about relationships being a contact sport, right? And when we talk about physically, quote unquote, physically abusive relationships. So here, this is Corey Holcomb talking on Zowat Williams show, him talking about quote unquote abusive relationships. This is a small sample, a small snippet.
To the show. We're talking about relationship. Is it a contact sport? We're talking about domestic abuse, violence, as it pertains
Sound
to
like you're talking about
relationships.
smacking up these lousy bitches.
No, I'm coming in late, and I heard what you guys were talking about, but I don't know if somebody's been here before, but most girls need coaching, and sometimes when you coach people, you have to put your hands on them.
Oh, God. Why is that?
Oh, my God. If you have to beat the girl up to the point where she looks beat up, then she may not be coachable.
Oh, no!
After you establish your dominance by sitting on them for like 20 minutes, let them know that you're the king, you know what I mean? Nothing to hurt them real bad, but to let them know you can't whoop me, and I ain't having that. Most girls will be like, okay, I'm going to have to do something else. Sitting on them for 20 minutes is very effective. Every girl I sat on for 20 minutes or more, they never challenged me physically again. They realize.
But man, yeah, it's a lot of clips like this, man. Let me see if I can find his outro.
Your legitimate children.
Side baby toy.
A side baby toy drop.
So right here. Oh, let me see. Oh yeah, I remember this part. So this is the outros. This is where they go at the end. Okay, you guys tag your social media. Tell the fans where they can find you. So this is what Corey Holcomb said at the end. This is hilarious.
Oh, geez.
stuff is going on, but still, just send me messages because I will be back soon.
All
and I'll
right.
see you all.
Okay. Margot Hudson, Corey Holcomb.
Hey, look here. So this Friday the 13th, St. Louis at the Ambassador, we having a side baby toy drive. Bring all the presents that's been open.
Oh God!
All open toys.
Oh, God.
Side babies should not get
Used
toys.
toys?
Yeah, they should
Half
not get new toys. That's disrespect to your legitimate children. So we having a side baby toy drive. Bring open toys. We're gonna put them in a bullshit bag and drop them off all over the hood.
They ain't gonna even
St.
stop.
Louis, this St. Louis, y'all know what's up at the Ambassador.
When I would watch clips like that, I was like, yeah, Corey Holcomb's the greatest comedian ever. That's literally why I believe he's the greatest comedian. Like, I was like, who comes up with something like that? He said, I'm gonna start a side baby toy drive. Who even comes up with something like that? That's ridiculous. I remember like that's ridiculously fun. Like I'm like, how does he even come up with that? Like to me, like I don't even know how. Like only person I've seen that brilliant is Patrice. Outside of Patrice, nobody else, in my opinion.
Mm-hmm.
So yeah, like and anytime you guys get the chance, just go on Zoe Williams show and just you know, it doesn't have to be Corey Holcomb on it, but he has a lot of just episodes on there from like I'm talking about 10 years ago. You know what I mean? And it's just him talking and all the stuff that you heard, you know, quote like Kevin Samuels talk about. A lot of this stuff has been said a while back, like a real while back. So like when a guy like a Kevin Samuels or a who else gets popular? Who else? Andrew Tate, these people, like this stuff has already been said before, you know, and stuff has already been said before the Zoe What morning show. You know what I mean? So like I even look, so there's an episode with Tariq Nasheed. Yeah, I remember. Yeah, I remember being in college and looking at these episodes that yeah, you know. But anyway, back to Orange Man. Let's see if we got any updates. True Panion. Let's see what we got here. Any news, any breaking news? So nothing so far. I'm surprised they haven't gotten anybody has any information on the shooter, like who the shooter actually is, because I haven't seen anything so far. Who the shooter is, where the shooter comes from. Yeah, that's what I was looking for. Okay, so this is the guy I was looking for right here. This is the guy I was looking for. So I saw the video of this guy, and he said that I saw the man hiding on the roof with a rifle. I saw him coming in, and I was trying to tell the Secret Service or the people that, yo, there's a guy with a rifle, and he said the cops didn't really do anything about it. This is the guy that I was talking about. Okay. Because I'm like, there was a guy with a red hat and a neck beard. I was like, why can I not find him on YouTube? And I don't know who. I forgot who said it to me, but somebody did say it was on BBC News. So shout out. I think it was either Truth Hunter, South Holland, or somebody.
Wow.
It was one of you. It was. Say that again.
Nothing.
Oh, nothing. Oh. Oh, my bad.
It's because I said BBC.
Oh wow. This guy. Let me see. Let me see if I can play the video.
What happened to him at all?
Oh yeah, they
So yeah, this is the guy right here.
blew his head off.
Okay, sorry.
Secret Service blew his head off.
Okay, we just.
Did
Did
Uh-oh.
you see what happened to him at all?
Oh yeah, they blew his head off.
Okay, sorry.
Secret Service blew his head off.
Okay, we just be careful because we don't quite know who's watching. But you're pretty sure they shot the guy.
Absolutely, 100%.
Okay.
Yep.
You saw that happen?
Yep.
Okay.
Yep.
And did you see them go up to him afterwards, or?
They crawled up on the roof. They had their guns pointed at him, make sure he was dead. He was dead, and that was it.
So yeah, that's the guy I was
Be
talking
here
about.
with my girlfriend is something
Whoa. What commercial is
very
this?
special. We're not on this earth long, and
Oh, that's Kyle Kuzma and Winnie Harlow. Oh Lord. Anyways, I was like, what kind of commercial is this? Anyway, but yeah, that's the one I saw that with that guy. That's why I wanted to hang on to that commercial, because like certain people are unrefined for TV. Because remember in the beginning, he's like, oh yeah, they blew his head off. And it's like, hey, we can't say that on TV. I was like, this guy, this is gonna be good right here. This is the guy I'm looking for. So he said what he said what he saw. Now, if I was him, I wouldn't have said anything, because the problem is when you're dealing with the Secret Service, these people that work in DC, they have their own plans. And if you tell the public what they're not supposed to hear, then you get a visit, you get a knock on the door the next day, oh yeah, tell me what you saw again. And then they don't ever hear from you ever again. So hopefully that man goes into hiding. Because it's clear that what he saw clearly wasn't really supposed to be put out there, but you can't hide everything. But it was interesting. Like, I couldn't find him on YouTube. Man. So yeah, that's because it's interesting. Like he said, like I saw him the whole time, and he was trying to let people know, the people know it, but they literally did nothing about it. So that is probably showing that it could have been an inside job. Oh yeah, I forgot to ask you, Pyro. Do you think, like, is this stage? Is this real? What's your opinion on that end?
To me, I think it's real. Yeah, I think it's real. Yeah. Either I think
You think so? So you think the shooter botched it? You think the shooter just botched the job?
Yeah.
He tried to shoot it, and then he missed, basically.
He's a terrible shot.
Yes. Let me see. South Holland said it was Truth Hunter. Yeah, because Truth Hunter said it was on BBC News, and I'm like, I can't find it. I can't find it nowhere.
Yeah.
So yeah, they really tried to hide that guy, and I loved how in the beginning the guy was like, "Hey, you can't really say that here." You're just like, "Yes, that's the guy I'm looking for." So let me see. Guilty. I took. Truth Hunter said, guilty. I took Rocky's lighter, hands it back. Shout out to Garrett. Any Warband members, man, shout out to you guys. I gotta have like a sound bite for any of the Warband members that come through. Oh yeah, I had a sound bite the other day for the super chats. Like for when Doug MPA sent the super chat, I had a sound bite. But I don't think it came out right. It came out looking. It doesn't even sound right. It's a DJ Khaled sound bite.
What, saying the N-word?
Yeah. Oh, that's not it. That's something else. Hold on. Yeah. People don't even. Yeah. So yeah, that one. It's because I said this yesterday, like it's gonna suck, because what's gonna happen to Khaled, he's gonna hit a lick, like he's gonna hit like something, he's gonna do a really serious financial move where he's gonna get a lot of money, and then once he gets that money, they're gonna bring up bring up all the old clips of him saying the N-word when he was on Cash Money Records, doing music videos and songs with Birdman and in the crew, and I'm literally gonna be like, guys, that was 20 years ago.
that would be the most pettiest thing a person would ever do, because he was about to get more money.
Yeah, that's usually how it works, though. That's usually how it works. That's fucked up. But I know people too well now, particularly on Twitter. Like they are really petty. They will really look through your whole stuff just to look for anything. It's really that's sad.
Yeah, that's why I'm gonna have to change my name on Twitter from my YouTube name to something else. Even though I don't have it linked linked to nobody.
Oh, this dude's trying to be a smart ass right here. So somebody's trying to be a smart ass right here. So this black dude said the number of black people who attempted to assassinate a president, 0. The number of white people who attempted to assassinate a president, 36. Per capita, white people account for 100% of assassination attempts on presidents in the United States. He's just trying to be a smartass, but that's funny though. That's funny. He's trying to, because I guess they talk about the per capita and black people doing crimes and whatnot. So I guess that's just him trying to be a smartass. That's funny though. That is funny. per capita, white people account of 100% of assassination attempts on presidents. That's funny. I'm trying to find what else is trending, because I found it kind of reprehensible where they were like the terms he missed and you had one job was trending. That's wild to me. Like, I'm like, you're really willing to celebrate the death of a president just because he had some tweets that you didn't like? I mean, damn. I'm like, this is where we are now. Wow.
Yeah. I don't even hate Trump at all. Like, yeah, I might not agree with most of the things he's doing or saying, but yeah, I don't really find anything to really hate about him.
Like, even I don't, let me see, but let me I'm about to click one of these hashtags, but let me be careful. Let me be careful with that. Because on Twitter, you never know what's gonna pop up on Twitter. So I gotta be careful with that. Let me see. But yeah, like it's wild because it's wild. Oh, let me I almost played myself. I almost saw something wild. Hold on for a second, guys. I almost saw something wild via Twitter. Let me take a look at that just to make sure that the coast is clear. Oh no, it's just some hood rats twerking. Never mind. that's they got their clothes on, don't worry. Yo. Oh man, this is funny though. Somebody just saw oh my god. Yo. They showing a hilarious clip right now. I forgot which movie that is. Oh man. This is crazy. Okay, I hope the Trump supporters don't get mad at me when I show this clip. This is funny though. They said this is the dude that was shooting at Trump.
You ain't hit him yet?
I forgot which movie that was. And the aim was so bad. I forgot which movie that this is.
Yeah. Man, that aim is terrible.
Man. Oh my god. I hope okay. Trump supporters, don't be mad at me in the comments, man. Don't be mad at me in the comments.
Chris.
Yeah, man.
Like if you ever play Fallout, the Fallout games. Yeah, and they use like VATS. The VATS targeting system and like every time you shoot, you always miss.
I know what you mean. Oh man.
Even when the guy is like touching distance, you're still missing.
Oh, so South Holland says that it seems botched. It's hard to purposely hit just the ear. So yeah, that is just, since he did end up getting shot in the ear, it's probably just a botched job. it's probably no even conspiracy, really, just a botched shooting job. And but the conspiracy would be like, why did they just let the guy come in with a rifle and nobody really did anything about it? According to the guy, he said that he warned people that there was a guy that came in with a rifle, and the cops and the Secret Service did nothing about it. So that would be my question. But yeah, that it does seem like a botched job. It definitely does seem like a botched job. And he was probably still sent. He was obviously probably still sent by the left, maybe, or whatever organization that's out there as a last ditch effort, just to spark off a civil war, Let me see. That's a funny tweet. That is a funny tweet. Somebody said Biden trying to figure out who paid for the hit.
Who are these niggas?
Yo, that's funny though. Oh hell no! Oh, man, look at what they doing. They doing it. So they showing the Boondocks scene when they were shooting at Gangstalicious. They said those are the people that shot at Trump. Do you guys remember the scene from the Boondocks when they were shooting at Gangstalicious and they all missed their shots? Oh man.
Shit, we missed.
I can't believe this, man. We suck.
Oh man. Oh, that's wild, man. Oh man. They wild. They wild on Twitter, yo. They said this is what the shooter actually looked like. That's wild. That's wild. Yo, that's wild. We can only laugh about this because Trump survived. So, man. Oh man. Oh man.
Chris, I guarantee if Trump got hit, if Orange Man ever got hit and he passed away, I can guarantee there would be a Christmas party immediately.
Oh yeah, people would be laughing on Twitter, yo. They'd be dancing on this man's grave for real. Like look what they did to Kevin Samuels when he passed away, bro. I'm like, yeah, they did it to Kevin Samuels, and he did. I mean, what did he really do for him to garner that kind of hate where he passed away and you had women literally laughing? You had black witches claiming that they caused the death. You had women laughing, other women laughing, celebrating, and doing dances. And I'm like, what? You had pussyfied men like Kevin on stage, hoe ass dudes like that, like shitting on this man's grave. And you're just like, out of all the dudes to do that to, you do that to him. I'm like, what did he do that was so wrong? Like it's just like you I guess you're just not allowed to say nothing about women. They can't take, they can do no wrong, I guess. I'm like, all right, I guess.
Yep. Yeah, but Kevin Samuel give the same energy to dude. So I don't see the point of this.
But but unfortunately, I think women found that about him too late. Like I think women didn't even really know that he actually used to do videos when he was when he was talking to the men, and he was actually a lot harsher with the men than he was with the women. But a lot of women didn't even know that, and they're just like, oh, we look like retards right now. I'm like, yeah, because you guys are retards. You guys didn't take the time to actually look into his videos. Because I still remember, like, Kevin Samuels wasn't a new figure to me when he went viral. Like, I remember, because Kevin Samuels was basically underneath O'Shea Duke Jackson. So I used to see like O'Shea Duke Jackson be like, oh yeah, follow this brother Kevin Samuels. He does like perfume stuff and he coaches men and all this. Like I used to literally see videos like that in like of him in 2017, 2018, like talking about perfumes and coaching men and all this stuff. And I was like, oh, he's just one of those guys. Like I paid no attention to him. He was just one of the people underneath O'Shea Duke Jackson at the time, especially around when you're talking about 2018, 2019. I remember seeing a video of him talking about Ayesha Curry during the time when Ayesha Curry went viral for saying that dumb shit. So it's a lot of these people are not that new, but if they took the time to watch his old videos, they'd realize he's not the devil, but but like I said, what ends up happening is women internalize a lot of things. So if you say something about one woman, even if you're not even talking to that woman, they're going to internalize it and think that you're addressing all women, even if you're just like you could be addressing like 1304, and they'd be like, you don't talk to her that way. And the reason why she's reacting that way, like
and saying all this stuff.
The only reason why she reacts that way is she's internalizing that. So it's almost like, oh, you're talking about me too, basically. So so women will always like not I don't know if project is the right term, but they always think about the collective. They'll always think about collective. So they think if you're talking to her like that, you're really talking to me like that. So they're very sensitive on that end. So they were way too sensitive to realize he actually gives the same energy to the men, actually even worse. And I remember when women saw that video, the first that video when he was talking about the guy, he's like, you can't be short and fat. You got to pick a struggle. So I remember when that video finally went viral of him talking to the dude like that. And I think a lot of women started realizing like, oh shoot, he actually was way worse with the guys than he was with us. So, but it was too late by then. He's dead and gone. And people were, dancing, millie whopping, doing the stanky and all this stuff just because a man passed away. So if they did that to Kevin Samuels, imagine the celebrations that they would have had if Trump passed away from getting shot.
Yeah. You will see fireworks and all this.
They would be, First of all, civil war would have been imminent if he really passed away. It would have been here. And I would have been fucked up because I live around way too many white people, like way too many. And meaning like where I live is like, there's no escape for me. There's like no escape. I can't run to nowhere. I live in a town where like you'll have the Trump supporters. They're not afraid to wear their MAGA caps and all that stuff. So that's the like kind of place I live. It's still the suburbs. I'm not saying like there's not a whole lot of poor white trash where I live. But it's upper middle class people, rich people as well, and they're not afraid to express their politics. So, that it's not it's not the ideal spot for a ninja. Let me see. Truth Hunter says him just throwing the ball, missing multi times until he hits Trump's ear. Oh, let me see. Got Dreadlocks says can or not results. Let me see. Oh, I cannot see right now. Holy crap. So Gold Dreadlock says con or not results of convict 45 and 34's rhetoric, violence, dictatorship agenda. How you like those guns now? So you believe that President 45 brought this upon himself because he's not just because he's not pro gun control. I mean, that's kind of a very ignorant way to look at things. No disrespect, gold dreadlocks, whoever you are.
I'm sorry to say, at the end of the day, if they end up taking away all the guns, like no guns arrive in America, people would just start carving up each other with knives.
Yeah, I was about to say
Regardless.
he clearly doesn't understand what happens in like Britain and places like that. Like all these people getting chefed that they like that's what they like chef all that stuff. Oh man, fuck that all that. So I don't under so so he's talking about Dwight President Eisenhower. Look, man, that like just to really use like no disrespect to who Gold Dreadlocks is, to use an example like this to say, see, I told you so, like that's not the time to do that. that's really not the time to do that. South Holland says, I know people have flags on their lawn where you live. Yeah. Yeah. Wait, hold on. South Holland, do you live in Connecticut? Let me see. He said, I know people have flags on their lawn where you live, CM. And then he says, the rally is a gun-free zone, and yet one got through. Wait, South Holland, are you from Connecticut? Holy crap. Oh, man. But yeah, like where I live is like, they're not afraid to, oh, he lives in Hawaii. I was about to say. But so South Holland said he lives in Hawaii, but yeah, that's a great point. He said the rally is a gun-free zone, and yet one got through. So I don't know. That's why I don't know why. Okay, it'll be like a shooting that happens, and then like people like Gold Dreadlocks will be like, you see, this is why we need gun control, and I'm like, it happened at a place where there was no guns allowed. What are you talking about? And they'll continue to say this. They'll be like, we need more gun control. I'm like, this shooting happened where there's no guns allowed. Well, we always like to talk about Chicago. Chicago has like the strictest gun policy in the nation, and almost in the world. And look what happens over there. So that's not, gun control is not the answer. It's just not. I don't know how many times we got to tell these people, But shout out to South Holland for bringing that point up. Like the rally was a gun-free zone, and yet one got through. I mean, but like I said, like it's almost pointless, to even, to bring that point up. It's pointless at this point because we've exhausted too many. We've talked too much ad nauseum on the detriments of if we're really in a gun-free society, we could literally end up being in a position where North Korea is in. Like you don't want to be in that kind of position where it's only the government, people in the police force, or people of the clergymen, where only the people of the officials of the state are the only people that can have guns, while the common citizen can't have one. That's not safe. That's not safe.
The government is gonna like rule that country with an iron fist, harshly. If you
But
get what I mean.
guys like Gold Dreadlocks, he I'm gonna just keep it a buck, because I've done seen these posters like they just want communism. They want socialism. Well, not even socialism. They just want communism. They just want communism, and they for some reason they think it's better than what we got here. Obviously, our system isn't perfect, obviously, but if you trust me, you don't want communism. That's not what you want. That's not what you want. Trust me, that's not what you want.
You look at the Soviet Union, like they are no more. like, do you really want to end up just like them?
There's been plenty of people even during that time that have made speeches here in America and have told us like this is not what you want, guys. Trust me, that's not what you want. You have like it's not what you want. It's not what you think it is. Once you do the research behind the stuff that happened during those times, it's man, no, that's not what you want. But unfortunately, even in certain cities I've been in, I'm not gonna say what city, but I remember I was doing a gig. Doing a gig at this spot, and it's this club I was going in there about I was going there every Sunday, and outside of that club, there's a poster that says "We want communism," and you're just like, "What?" It's not even a pro-socialism poster like you'd see in college. It's a pro-communist communism poster. I should have taken a picture of it. It's right outside of this club that I used to play at before it got shut down. But it's like I'm like, what? They said the poster literally says we want and mind you, this poster is in a black area. It's in a black neighborhood. It's in a black area. So it's that like so there's a lot of like the left has really just infiltrated deeply into the community, right? And so it's really clear to me that the black people in black people that identify with the left way too much. So the certain black people that identify with the left, it's clear to me that they just want communism. They just that's what they want.
True.
So there's no other way to put it. I can't make no more excuses for that. It's clear. It's pretty clear to me that's what they want. So South Holland says, yeah, the Cubans will tell you how bad it is too. Yeah, that's true. But like, yeah, but mainly like the people that grew up during the Soviet Union, like they'll tell you, like the people that are and those guys are really like pro America. Like they're like they're very pro America because of what they went through overseas. And because it's like what happened to their families over there, and it's like in that system where like they'll farm, and the stuff that they're farming is not even, they can't even keep it. It's not theirs. It's man, like if people just did the research, it's nah, that's not what you want, man. It's not what you want. But like I said, unfortunately, especially if you go on college campus, you'll see a lot of like, yo, we're having a pro-socialism rally, and you'll have these like, socialists, like they'll like literal self-proclaimed socialists. They'll have their speeches, they'll have their rallies, they have their clubs on college campuses. Even the smallest colleges, they have this stuff. At my college, when I was in college, they had that. Even in the big colleges, they be having that. And okay, so Truth Hunter says, sounds like a poster in New York City in California. It's not limited to those spots, dude. Even in like, even I remember I visited a college in in Florida, and there was a poster, a pro-socialism poster. Hey, come meet our club. We are pro-socialist, whatever. We're gonna have a speech or something. This is in Florida. I'm not gonna tell you which school. I'm not gonna tell you which school it was, but trust me, like this, like this. It's not just limited. And I know South Holland, I know what you're trying to say. Like, sorry, Truth Hunter, I know what you're trying to say is just like, oh, this is just a New York City, California thing. I get what you're trying to say, but it's it's in, first of all, it's in most colleges, because most colleges in America, you're dealing with very left-leaning professors. Like extreme. I'm not just talking about a regular left-leaning professor. Like when I was in high school, I had like a left-leaning political science teacher that I liked. She was cool, but she wasn't like extremely left. She was just like left socially, but economically she was conservative, right? But like the professors on college campuses, they're like super left. And it's not even a and I'm not like over exaggerated, like they're like far left, like super far left.
I see that. I still see that now.
And that's in every state. I don't care how small the colleges are, you're gonna find a lot of left-leaning professors, and they could be male or female. But
And I'm
particularly,
wondering, like how the hell did they even end up there? They can't be that smart.
well, it's like when you're a professor, it's just a matter of the credentials. They're not really looking into your background. It's just a matter of, do you have the credentials? So they're not really looking at your background. But like I said, in terms of what you're talking about, these left-leaning they have successfully infiltrated colleges. So when any college that you step onto, you're gonna meet one of these people. You can't
Yes.
avoid them. I'm talking about, there's no balance. There's no balance. Trust me, there's no balance. Like I'm like the high school I went to, like I remember having like a more right-leaning econ teacher, right? Economics teacher. But he wasn't like super far right. He was just a right-leaning guy economically. And then I would have a left-leaning poli-sci teacher, but she wasn't like super left. She was just left-leaning, right? And then you'll have the rest neutral. But what you have on college camp, you will have somebody that's just like far left. Just far, I'm talking about far left. It's like they can't even hide it. They're just telling you their agenda, and that's they're going to frame their lessons in their plans to where you have to, if you want to pass their class, you have to present your way in their framework, right? So if they're asking about like you'll like, even so when you're on college, and say if you're taking one of these poli-sci classes or sociology classes, you're gonna hit that subject where it's like, oh, we have 30 something genders, whatever, and it's just gonna be just passed as fact. Oh yeah, there's this is a certain amount of number of genders, and they literally teach this stuff. So they don't even, they just, so that's now they don't make you memorize it, but they just tell you that, oh, we do have several genders that you can identify, and you're just like, all right. You know what I mean? But like I said, it's not really, people don't really try to fight it because it's the professor. You're not trying to fail the class. But most colleges are full of like left-leaning professors. You can't avoid them. And don't get me started on like the psych departments with the psychology majors. And these people are insane. They're batshit crazy. Let me see. College for you. Women go there and they become left rainbow colored weirdos. Yes. Like, so if you had like a normal, particularly if you had like a normal daughter and she ended up going to college, she's going to come out different. There's no way, there's no way around it. There's no way you can protect her from it, or a dude from it. Like I remember in my history class in college, freshman year, this guy, it was a white dude, and he was trying to explain his point of view, and he basically got laughed at and he got shut down. I felt so bad for the dude, but he I could tell he tried. I could tell like he probably like watched like one Ben Shapiro video or like one Steve Crowder video and try to bring one of those arguments. But I'm like, bro, you in the lion's den, bro. This is first of all, you're dealing with a really smart history teacher that is super left leaning. She's going to destroy you, dog. And if not her, there's all these bitches in this class, dog. It's all bras in this class. Who you're not gonna win. And don't look for us to help. We the athletes, and like I was an athlete in that class. We're just like we just here so we don't get fined type shit. So don't ask us for help. It was like me and my teammate in that class, in that history class. Yeah, good times. Anyways, let me see. Truth Hunter says before and after of women after college is nuts. Like there's a different. Let me see if I can find a Google image of that. Let me see if I can find a woman before and after college. Let me see if I can find that. Because I done seen some crazy photos of these girls where I'm talking about they'll have like long hair and everything, and then they turn into something completely different. They have a shaved head. Man, I done seen Yo, that's funny. I found a site. Look at this, guys.
Yes. Yeah, the before and after college.
It's wild. You see, so you literally just see like just a normal chick, right? And then now after college, she's fat. She got a mohawk. She shaved her head. Now she's a dyke.
Look
You know what I
at
mean?
that.
So
Oh my God.
look at this one right here. Just a regular, probably emo chick, whatever. And then look what she did to herself. She turned herself into the avatar.
Ing.
Oh man.
The last gender bender.
Yeah, look at this right here.
I mean, that one doesn't look too bad, but you can know like her personality.
Well, the reason because she's already not ugly, so she could probably get away with doing something like that. But look, I want people to do the research. Like, look up any of the TradCon women that you like on Twitter. Whatever TradCon girl, I want you to see if you can find college photos of them, and you'll be shocked. You'll be shocked. So what they need to do a before and after college, and then they got to do post epiphany phase, and then she's gonna look something like this but older. You know what I mean? So this will be like the before. So before college, then there'll be after college, and then there needs to be another picture that says after the epiphany phase at like age 26, age 27. And then it's gonna be her looking regular and normal again, just looking older. So they gotta do that too, because she's going to come out of this phase. Believe it or not, guys, she is going to come out of this phase. Trust me. She's going to, unless if she finds a ninja, but then she got to stay that. Then she got to stay that way, unfortunately. But she's going to come out this phase if she wants to be actually taken care of, and she's going to dye her hair back to what is normal. She's going to grow her hair back, and she's going to remove that septum ring that she got, the septum ring of justice that she got on, and then she's going to be normal. So right here, this is another one, normal pic here, and then look at what she turns into here, a feminazi with armpit hair, and she's trying to. And look at all the piercings she got here. Oh, this is bad, bro. Oh my God. That's so bad. Yeah, that's a fall off right there. Oh, this is bad right here. This is just terrible. So this is what she used to look like, and now she shaved her hair. Not only she shaved her hair, she dyed she dyed her buzz cut blue. Wow. She looks like Mac Miller. So you got her. So this is like, yeah,
Looks like an
I'll
Indian.
I'll say this. Unfortunately, this first of all, she's part of the small hat community. I can already
Yeah.
she's part of the small hat community. And then girls that are like 3s and 4s, like she could find a guy, but she's never like a girl, even looking like this, she can't attract a Chad looking like this. Even at the left, she can't attract a Chad. So she was always gonna turn into this. She was always gonna turn into this because another factor into this is a lot of women that realize that they can't attract a Chad or they can't keep a Chad, they just end up destroying their body, meaning they'll litter themselves with tattoos, they'll shave their head because they realize they can't really attract the guys that they really want. So they're just like, why bother if the highest guy that I can attract is somebody that I don't like anyways?
Yeah.
So you got
you're like seeing the opposite. Like dudes can't attract the top girls, but they make sure themselves they make sure they better themselves. But women will make sure so they're very unapproachable. Like make sure they're very unattractive. So the dudes who they don't want don't come to them.
Let me see. South Holland said, or underwater basket weaving degree isn't getting you a job in the real world. So they go back to college to teach. So he's talking about the professors. Yeah, that's because like they really can't do anything else in life. But and on top of that, when you look at the professor gigs, there's tenure. So it's pretty like once you become a professor, you're basically set for life. And at the same time, they can't really do anything else. So this chick is not like she's super ugly, but she did shave her head. So I don't understand. And then she
looks like she looks like the bartender now. She looked like in the first photo, she looked like the girl next door.
Yeah.
Who just moved in next door.
Yeah, is true. She just looks like a bartender, and then she got this tattoo right here. That's one of the biggest things I noticed. So we got this chick here. So she looks regular here, and then look what she turned herself into. I don't know if this is her or this is her, but she basically turned herself into like I don't know what
vampire
turned herself into. Yeah, like that's just
Oh
sad.
my God.
That's just sad.
She's
So you
trying to
got
be
this girl here.
Eminem
She
so
actually
bad.
damn. I'll say this: whatever girl that talked her into becoming an effeminist, she hates you, dog. 'Cause
Yeah.
She did not have to go that route. She did not have to go. Like I'll say, like, let me see if I can bring up the other girl. Like she probably has no choice but to kind of go that route. But some of these other chicks, they've been sabotaged. So this is in high school, normal looking, and then now she looks wild here. She got a whole. Let me see. So this was in high school, and then she got fat. Yikes!
And tatted up.
And tatted up. She looks really trashy. Like, oof. Mess at your own peril. So here, this is what she looks like here, and then here she shaved her head. Yeah, that whole
Every time
thing where
shave
they
their
get,
heads.
yeah.
Every single time.
But girls that do that, I believe they do that. Those are the girls that realize that they can't get Chad, so they just be like, if Chad can't have my hair, nobody can have my hair. One type things.
Bitch, you know that I will put a plunger on top of your head and still fuck you.
Let's see here. This chick, yeah, she destroyed herself. She did not need to do that to herself.
From a housewife to a science nerd who gets gangbanged by Donna Donlo.
This one is really bad right here. Like she got sabotaged. Like yikes.
He looks like the girl from Deadpool, but an adult version.
Oh yeah.
Oh my god! Yeah, every time I see somebody use a thumbnail like that.
So
Oh,
here she looks approachable here. Now here, I'm not saying
Yeah.
that she looks ugly, but she looks annoying as hell.
Yeah,
You know what
she-
I mean? When I
she-
like she definitely looks like
Like every time you talk, she just screams.
yeah. Like she always got like something like smart to say, like something
Yeah.
like really antagonizing to say. Are you
Make you wanna,
implying?
like,
Yeah,
give her the Rihanna treatment.
yeah. So damn. So this was before college. This was after college. Look how much the SJW stuff aged her. Like she looks like a 40-year-old lesbian here. And here she just looks like a regular high school chick. But look how much that stuff aged her, bro. Holy crap.
Yeah, do you know that? Do you know that gay white dude who married a black guy and he I think he debates college students and SJW protesters.
No. You said there's a gay you said there's a gay dude that married a black what?
A
Who?
gay white dude, and he had that same hairstyle like that girl had.
Oh, I think you're talking about and he's a Republican, right?
I think he's a Republican. Yeah.
I think I know who you're talking about. I think I know. Isn't that the same guy that said feminism is cancer? Thank you very much. And then he just left. Is that him?
It must be him. Yeah.
Yeah, that guy. Yeah, I'll look him up later. But yeah, I remember him. Let me see. Yeah, that's just sad. That is just sad, man. Look at these photos, man. Oh my
Oh.
god. Yikes.
They always
Oh.
get that how should I put it? I don't want to get laid ever again haircut.
Yeah. Man. Oh my god.
I know she's
What
annoying.
happened to her?
She's definitely that friend who says she's not interested. that one.
She goes from somebody with actual potential, like someone
Yes.
with potential here, to Gorlock,
The destroyer.
Snorlax from Pokemon. I don't know if people know
Our
what that
Squirtle.
Squirtle. Yeah, because when you're looking at these, oh,
I mean, this person already look like a dude right there. So that's a given.
man. Let's see. Yikes.
All right, grab his Master Chief crotch and then fall off after that.
Man, let me see. So you went from Demi Lovato to what to Mud Shark here, low key. Let me see.
To reading crystals.
Yeah, from that to this, yikes. Oh yeah, yeah, that's sad. Like that right here, that's sad. That's sad.
And the uncontrollable bull ring.
Yeah. Oh yeah, just like Pyro said. So like, notice most of these women in these photos, they have that septum nose ring piercing. If you see that, you already know what time it is. So you
Why?
got this to that.
The Native American.
That's just funny. That one. This. Yeah, I see a lot of girls
I
go
mean,
through that.
she kind of tried on, but kind of failed at the same time.
I don't even know what kind of hairstyle. Like she didn't even finish shaving her hair here.
This one,
Yeah,
this one is terrible. She looks like a Disney villain.
yeah, that's not good. This one is not too bad because she made her hair to where, so when she's done with that phase of her life, she's gonna try to go back to this.
Yeah, she looks like Miley Cyrus now. So
This is a person. That's the person that'd be hedging their bets. That last chick that I showed. That's let me see if I can put her back up. This is a woman that likes to hedge her bets. That woman, you cannot trust her at all.
yeah,
Let me see. That's not
Whoa.
From that to this, yikes. And she got face tattoos.
You know what
and
she
neck
looks
tattoos.
like to me? She looks like a woman who works at a very very big expensive company. To like then she found out crack, then get addicted. That's how she looked.
Let me see. Trailer trash science nerd. South Holland said it's also the drugs. Drug use is much more rampant than when we were in school. Seeing a 20-year-old looking 40 the other day. Yeah, that is true. With the drugs don't help. The drugs don't help. And on top of that, most of the stuff is synthetic. So even the weed that these kids are smoking now is not even real. So that doesn't help. You got more kids doing crack like back in the day. You got these kids doing fentanyl. You got these kids outright doing heroin or crack. You know, I remember there was a point where it was a lot of young kids doing lean, sipping lean, which is basically liquid heroin. So that stuff doesn't help. That stuff does not help with your aging.
No wonder they look so cool.
Yeah, it's really the drugs, the lack of sleep.
And every time I right now, since I'm in America for like couple months, people look at me and wonder like how do I look so young and I'm 25 years old.
See, moments Secret Service sniper shoot dead gunman who fired on Trump during campaign rally. Trump speaks out from hospital after being shot as the Secret Service reveals what they know so far. People are saying that he needs to change out his security. But yeah, he basically, Orange Man basically won the election. He basically won the election. Okay, at least now they're starting to show this guy everywhere. I like that. Didn't they have okay, this is the message I was looking for. So this is from Donald Trump's Twitter. He says, I want to thank the United States Secret Service and all of law enforcement for their rapid response on the shooting that just took place in Butler, Pennsylvania. Most importantly, I want to extend my condolences to the family of the person at the rally who was killed. Oh yeah, so there was somebody that did get killed. And also to the family of another person that was badly injured. It is incredible that such an act can take place in our country. Nothing is known at this time about the shooter, who is now dead. I was shot with a bullet that pierced the upper part of my right ear. I knew immediately that something was wrong and that I heard a whizzing sound, shots, and immediately felt the bullet ripping through my skin. Much bleeding took place, so I realized then when I was happening, God bless America. Okay, let's also check his official Twitter to see if he has more to say. Let's see, Donald. Oh, they say Maxine Waters is trending right now. Let's see.
All they did is just gonna make people vote for him even more.
Yeah. Yeah. Like this did not help matters. This is why I think the left tried to trigger a civil war. I think low-key they tried to trigger a civil war and they just failed.
Yeah.
Meaning I think they really were trying to just take him out and then just let's just jump this stuff off. They just got impatient. So we got his Twitter. Oh, thank God I wasn't sharing the Twitter. Good. Because I accidentally showed something. I was like, oh no. Good. All right. So this is Donald Trump's Twitter. Let me see.
Oh,
that's his
what,
old
did you
Twitter.
see something crazy? Did you see
Oh, yeah,
anything
I saw,
crazy?
yeah, I saw something crazy. It was like, I think they showed like the other person that died, literally showed the whole person's face and them getting shot. Okay, so apparently they have footage of the sniper shooting the shooter. Okay. They said John Wilkes Booth right now. Yikes. Uh-oh. So damn, you know what? This is not good. So now they're starting to find out who was in charge of protecting the president, and they found out it was a woman. So it's a director of Secret Service. Her name is Director Kimberly Cheadle, the 27th director of the U.S. Secret Service, sworn in office in September 17, 2022. Oh, she's basically a DEI hire. She's responsible for successfully executing the agency integrated mission of protection and investigations by leading a diverse workforce. Yep. So I was right. I was making a joke about her being DEI, but it just says the next sentence, it says executing the agency's integrated mission of protection and investigations by leading a diverse workforce composed of more than 7,800 special agents, uniformed division officers, technical law enforcement officers, and blah, blah, blah. Prior to her appointment, Ms. Cheadle served as senior director in global security at PepsiCo, where she was responsible for directing and implementing security protocols for the company's facilities in North America. Her role at PepsiCo involved developing risk management, assessment, and risk mitigation. So Elon Musk responds. He says, so before being in charge of protecting the president, she was guarding bags of Cheetos. Yep, exactly. So that basically, yeah, another DEI hire. That's basically another DEI hire. So now they're going to be mad at her because they felt like she wasn't really protecting the president, as she wasn't doing her job. So damn, they're going to be at her ass.
Yeah.
Somebody said, yeah, damn. Yeah, because she's basically a DEI hire. It's not even.
That's gonna make it worse.
Yeah. Oh, yeah. Yeah. So good luck to her. Good luck to her, because they basically put her on blast. She's basically a DEI hire. She's clearly wasn't really qualified for the job, and they're obviously having her to lead a quote unquote more diverse workforce of new. Oh man, they should. Oh man, that's not good. Oh man, they put her on blast. They put her on blast. Oh man. Oh man. They said this is the
My dog and I can't see.
It'll be the album cover. That's funny. That's funny, man. But yeah. Somebody said a scoop from a trained sniper. That whole thing was a fucking failure. The Secret Service got there. Yeah, I was about to say the Secret Service, they took their time getting up there. They got there way too slow. I noticed that as well. They were way too slow responding to the situation. So yeah, they're gonna be on her ass. Whoever the director is, the person that was running the security personnel in detail, they're gonna be on her ass, man. Whoever Kimberly Cheadle is, whoever she is. But yeah, so far that's all we got. So yeah, the shooter was killed by the Secret Service sniper. So that person that you saw on the roof. I don't know if I could. Yeah, so that person that you see on the roof here, that's the person.
If you want to really see something that said, take a look.
So that sniper on the roof, that's the person that shot the shooter.
Yeah.
So shout out to the guy. So shout out to that guy.
What happened? And you know, that's a little bit old.
So man, so shout out to that guy for doing his job. But yeah, the Secret Service, in terms of when they were rushing on the stage, they were way too slow. They were way too slow. But anyway, it's about what is it? 12:10. Yeah, let me sign off. But let me before I sign off, let me read some of the comments. He said, I call that a Minotaur bull nose. Oh, they talking about the bull nose rings. He said, I saw a pic of the shooter on FB on Facebook an hour ago. Dude looks like his family tree is a circle. Yikes. Hopefully because I can't find the shooter. Let me see if they have a picture of the shooter before I Trump shooter. I don't see no pictures of him yet. So they'll probably have pictures of him by tomorrow. Yeah, they'll probably have pictures of the shooter by tomorrow.
Mm-hmm.
Let me go back to the comments here. He said he did not hear the whiz of the bullet. Too fast. You're hit before you hear. Harp's Desire says it's a wrap though. Staged or not, Trump is winning. Yeah, exactly. There's no way nobody else could basically take the election from it. It's basically his election, especially with a photo like that. What? With a photo like this? Like, please. Yo, but man, I'm tight though, because it's clear to me that the powers that be, they try to kick off they basically try to kick off a civil war, a purge type situation happening. And I'm not in the situation or place to be dealing with that shit right now. So I don't, yeah, it is what it is. But yeah, I'm happy that former President 45 survived the assassination attempt. I believe that it was staged, but not by the right, but by the left. I believe the powers that be tried to jump off a civil war type situation. So that's basically my official opinion on that end. Any closing thoughts from you, Pyro, about President 45, his policies, to the straggle daggles that are mad that he's alive? What do you have to say about all this?
Well, I don't really have anything to say, but still, I think they are gonna be mad about this. Like, they're gonna stomp their feet. So, like, why did why is he such a lousy shot? Oh, and the scream. Since he already took away most of their their privileges about like offing their own kids and so on.
Man, but that's sad that where basically women are making their decisions based off their student loan debt that they thought Sleepy Joe was going to take care of, which I told people they're never going to get. First of all, they're not going to get rid of the student loan debt situation because it's actually one of America's biggest. I remember somebody was explaining this, and I was like, it's actually one of America's biggest asset. The student loan debt. It's one of their biggest assets, so they could use that as leverage against the common citizen that went to college. So they're never going to get rid of that. So that's just common sense. But Sleepy Joe was able to trick the average folks into Cleveland. But it's interesting because now the average broad, they're just voting off of, are you going to let me kill my kid? It's wild that it's come to this. And that's the reason why they don't want. It's not just because it's not. If it wasn't Trump, it was going to be somebody else.
Yeah,
So
eventually.
basically, anybody that's running on the right hand side, that's pro life, they're gonna be. This guy is the worst thing since the devil himself. So, I'll say this before I sign off. It's crazy, because in the Manosphere, we already got a preview of what type of time broads are on these days. So when Kevin Samuels died, we saw the reaction. Just from Kevin Samuels dying, and he never said anything crazy. Now, if Orange Man died, you would have really seen who people really were. And you kind of already seeing that via Twitter, via the hashtags, where you're seeing people on Twitter basically mad that the shooter botched the job. So guys, be careful out there. Don't even talk about this stuff at work. Just go to work and act like nothing happened. Do not bring this up because people gonna be a fight is gonna start. So don't bring this stuff up at work. Don't bring up no politics at work. Don't bring it up at the next barbecue. Don't do that. Leave that alone. If you guys are out in public, just continue on like nothing happened. Just continue on like nothing happened because tensions are high. It's the summer. A lot of people don't make it through the summer. So be careful out there. Don't bring this stuff up. Just continue on that status quo because tensions are high amongst the normies. Try not to be pissing anybody off if you can help it. And thank you guys for tuning in. South Holland, Truth Hunter. Thank you guys for being very active in the chat. Gold Dreadlocks, please find Jesus. Garrett, thank you for tuning in. Oh yeah, but by the way, even though I'm not like a big fan of religion, but I am convinced, seeing how the normies have acted these past 4 years, you guys, most of you guys need religion. Yes. It's crazy that's coming from me, but yeah, most of you guys need religion. You need it. Because these ideas, or like just their idea of what they think politics should be or how the economy should work, it's clear that they're focused on the wrong things. But yeah, thank you guys, Rocky, Pyro. Thank you for coming in, sharing your thoughts. Anybody that I didn't mention, I'm sorry, my bad, but shout out to you guys. Thank you for tuning in. Hope for a speedy recovery from former President 45. Let me see. Truth Hunter said, say, get ready for better gas prices, you filthy animals. Yo. Man, these gas prices is wild though right now. Just is wild. In America is wild. Like I saw like some gas prices where it was like $3.50 a gallon, and I was like, thank God. That's how bad the gas prices are in America, where $3.50 is looking like a bargain. So but yeah, thank you guys for tuning in. I'm gonna drop 2 videos tomorrow. Probably another couple from the live stream of yesterday. Maybe some new ones, and I'll try to see maybe if anything changes. Maybe I might do another live stream, but I am gonna get a lot busier, especially this July. Well, not too busy. As long as they give me simple music to read, then I should be all right. But I'm gonna be a little bit busy, but I'm gonna really try to go ham on the live streams. Just look out. Just look out. You never know when I'm gonna pop up on the live stream. I know I don't really plan really ahead when it comes to the live streams, but yeah, you never know. Just watch out for that. Thank you guys for tuning in. Thank you, Pyro, for tuning in, and I'm going to sign off on here.
Yes. See you soon, brother.
All right, man. Peace out, bro.